Hello everyone, welcome back to tonight's session of Curse of Strahd. Before we begin tonight's announcements, Pathfinder's done. No more. Shut up, Tommy! Shut up, Tommy! No more Pathfinder ever. That's right, you heard me. No, we're gonna find... Well, there'll be an opportunity to play Pathfinder at some point in the future. I don't know when. I'll leave the details of that up to someone else. And follow us on the socials, that's it. No more announcements after that. Okay. We're gonna get into it, you guys. Since I've done the intro every week for the past 2 weeks,
Oh, boo-hoo.
it's not boo-hoo. I get to set the question, Baka. God.
Poor, pitiful me.
You guys, I don't know what's up with you guys tonight. Like,
I'm out.
lock
Baka,
it in.
Did you flip the camera off?
No, I could never.
That's why I was laughing so hard.
I know, I saw that you noticed.
Lock it in, you guys. Come on.
He's down, Dutch.
Woosah.
Here's my question to everyone. What did I have for breakfast this morning? Go.
I don't fucking know.
DM me the answer,
Biscuits.
Tommy.
Oh. I don't know if that's how it's spelled.
I'll give
It's
you a
definitely
hint.
blood sausage.
There is only one right answer. You think it's blood sausage, Chris?
No.
There's only one
The
right answer.
vegetarian? The vegetarian had blood sausage for breakfast?
He had steak and eggs, dog. Steak and eggs.
Meyore did
Huevos
not.
rancheros.
Meyore did not realize that I was vegetarian.
Oh, did I put that in the right chat? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Meyore's like, this dude had bacon.
Okay, so
He had
Thick-
a whole pig.
Thick bacon.
Thick bacon, dude. Yeah.
so okay. So Baka is technically the closest because he gave
Yes.
me an inedible thing that I can't repeat on the camera because we'll get
I said
demonetized.
penis.
I didn't eat
That's
anything.
the closest?
I didn't eat anything for
Yeah.
breakfast this morning. It was a trick question. So
Oh,
instead,
that's kind of BS, dude. I'm out.
we're going to do the person who was furthest away, which is Meyore, because I literally could not eat sausage even if I wanted to, because I'm vegetarian. So Meyore, go ahead and do the intro, because I don't want to give it to Baka.
technically
I don't.
Baka
No, I don't
should,
want to give it to
right?
Baka.
Baka
I'm not
won't
do.
play.
No, he's not going. No,
If you ask Baka, I bet he would do it.
he's not. Nope, don't do it.
So anyways.
we're all good. Let's see. So last
Do you
time
remember what
on
happened last
Curse
time,
of
Neil?
Strahd, Gundrick made his way into town and saw lots of dead bodies and people getting yanked off the street, and he decided to go check out the chapel. And when he got in there, he found a poor dead old lady, a probably dead old guy, and then, well, Strahd just started choking the crap out of him and threw him out the house and, and told him to go give some messages to the party because he found out that this guy kind of has an idea of who they are. So Gundrick made his way, got the hell out of Dodge, and ran into our new player character, Blair, and also another woman. And they said that they needed to head to a tower after Gundrick explained his situation a little bit. They made their way to the tower. Lady ran off to check about werewolves, didn't see any. And she came back, said, let's all go to sleep. We all woke up. Oh, we also saw Tia. She was having some nightmares or something. And then the party all got up, and we finally met our new folk. Malin realized that Gundrick had his horse, Redkeep, and everyone was just kind of got caught up with each other's situations. And they all ran off in the woods to get some wood to burn Alarn's dead body. And they ran into a skeletal horse, which they tried to tame. It was a group effort. Everyone was 100% in on it. And unfortunately, the horse ran off. And then they went back and they had a little funeral for Alarn. And yeah, now they're all kind of hanging outside the tower, figuring out what they want to do.
Sure. Yeah, that's a pretty accurate summary. So the essence of it is, you guys now are reunited, and it feels so good. And So there's now the 5 of you that make up the main party, as in addition to the newly. What the hell is going on, Grizz? Take it off. Take it off. Take it off, Grizz.
Going to war, baby.
So it's the 5 of you, and also now Milavoy, Irina, Esmeralda, who is new to all of you, and the newly revealed to be named Van Richten. And as you go ahead and set Alaren's funeral pyre alight and begin to watch as it burns, that's where we left off last week. So, and no one cares about Gar. So that's where we're at. So as the pyre burns outside the tower, what would you guys like to do?
Bravo 6, we're going dark.
Oh my god, dude. What happened?
No,
What happened to us?
What do you mean? This is the norm.
No, it isn't.
Did you not watch during Vicefire Peak where we each had 5 hats stacked on top of each other?
Yeah, but why now? Why today? I think I was there
We're
for
all
that. I
right.
think I might have participated
All right,
in
let's
that
do
one.
this.
That
Daniel
I'll
Radcliffe?
allow
my
that
God,
one.
We're gonna get so many views. Holy shit, guys! Daniel Radcliffe's here.
Yeah, we'll clickbait this video. This one will be called Curse of Strahd Session
everyone
24.
thinks I'm British, but I'm not. I was actually born in like Wisconsin.
Hey.
Wait, Governor, that's how good of an actor you are. You just pretend
Apartment.
Hey,
that you're British.
all those British actors do be playing Americans all the time.
I know, so I decided to do the 1-2 on them. You know?
Yeah. So we burned a Lauren, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What now?
By the way, this is Sharpie because the pen wouldn't work, so it's gonna suck taking off my head.
Right.
Well, what do we do now?
One moment. I'm going to cast Sending
Okay.
to Maria.
Santa Maria.
I'm gonna say. Oh, hold on. No. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Okay.
No, you're good.
Maria. Valaki's been attacked by Strahd. Were you around during the attack? If not, chapel's been destroyed. There's word that Lucian might be dead. I'm heading there now with a group. If you can, we could use the backup.
Okay. So you send the message out. You do get a response back from her. It takes a moment to come back, but the words do. And you hear back. Understood. Be safe. Make sure there's no threat. I will be there when I can. And that's it.
Not too much help. Alright, this has all been great, but I'll have to head back to Valaki. There's a chance Lucian's alive, or I could recover the bones. I'll have to do it.
Well, friend, you might need more company than just yourself. I'd feel quite bad to see you get torn apart by vampires.
You offering?
Oh, well, you know, I did say I'd have to fight that Strahd guy. Figured I'd find him again once I had some company, so yeah, why not?
Right.
Anybody else?
I just want to point out to everybody that that sounds like a terrible idea.
Fighting Strahd. Right. If we can avoid a fight, we should.
And because we're so good at doing that, we have a great track record.
Yes, we
I
have
don't
an impeccable track record of keeping in. Of whatever that phrase is. The Sharpie's going to my brain. I'm sorry. Of blending in. That's the word I was looking for.
Look, if we do go and we find the bones, there's a chance we could consecrate an area and keep Strahd from getting in. Not a definite, but we could set up a base of operations elsewhere. Perhaps this tower.
The
something in it for you.
YMCA tower.
Right.
Where did you guys set up the pyre? Can I ask?
On
The backside.
On the backside.
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
Backside of the island.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's stuck.
So it sounds like we want to die today, is what it sounds like.
That's all it sounded like this entire time I've met all of you.
Oh, it's been that way since I've met them as well, and that was probably 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Wait, I just met you today.
Well, I'm not talking about you, obviously. You came with her.
I am
Ah, yes,
including him
yes.
in this conversation of looking for death.
Well, I don't know you personally, but if you're hanging out with us, then it must be true.
Well, if this is supposed to be a base of operations, do we know it's secure? Any way for things to get in and out?
Oh, I mean, you could touch the door and find out, but I don't recommend it.
Oh, really? And he'll like start walking over to the door.
Do not touch the door.
Yeah, Gundrick,
Oh.
as you start walking around the tower to go and touch the door, you make out something over the causeway. Something
makes
has
out?
appeared
He
over
makes
the
out
causeway.
with who?
With the door.
Oh, it's like oh my god, why am I blanking on Red Ryder BB gun? What movie?
A Christmas Story.
Thank
yeah.
you, Christmas
Every-
Story.
80s kids, childhood, 60s to 80s.
Red Rider BB gun with a
The
compass and a
30s.
saw.
Why stop there?
Yeah,
30s.
it goes all the way back. Every American child's childhood. There we go.
So he makes out a phrase above the causeway. Is that what you're saying?
No, something has just appeared. There's like a shape over the edge of it.
God damn it, it's fucking Strahd.
Oh
isn't it?
wait, am I supposed to see something right now?
Make a perception
Yes,
check.
this is you noticing this.
You notice that it's a shape.
Like I thought he was looking for like an image on Roll20 to pop up.
No, no.
All right. Oh, well,
There's
that's
something
not
on the
gonna be good.
causeway.
So that's a 6.
No, there's
Already
just something beyond the causeway that's just appeared, and it's just staying there.
Was this here before?
Can I make a roll?
Yeah. Whoever wants to go
Might as
around
well,
can
Peach.
go take a look.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a 14 on the die.
14.
Maybe
And
the
my
fumes-
perception, 18 altogether, plus 4 perception.
Only got a 14.
I like this
14.
orange die. This orange die's nice.
I guess Teal take a look. Where's my
Yeah, I'm going around.
Yeah.
Make way downtown.
Come, stay close, class. Stay close.
16.
16.
21.
A familiar shape to both Malin and Tia,
God damn it.
but new to both Roderick and Blair. You see, just showing through the fog, a large black carriage has appeared on the other side of the causeway, and the door is open.
A black carriage.
A black carriage.
I've seen this black carriage before.
You have. You chose not to get in it. But
I have a
Tia,
question.
When was this? I can't remember this.
This was when you were gone last time.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's when we went to
I
Strahd's
should've
castle.
watched that. Oh,
We took your
yeah.
instrument and played some
Yeah.
great music on the way there.
what's your
Yeah,
question,
and then
Ginge?
Strahd showed up and beat the shit out of me. I forgot.
Who would be riding a carriage this far out in the forest?
Strahd, is that you, old buddy?
I wouldn't call out to him.
There's
Well,
no.
he's there, isn't he?
Oh, he's not in the carriage. The door just open.
Yeah, there's no
How-
response.
How
Oh,
far away is the carriage, did you say?
It's just on the other side of the causeway. It's maybe 40 feet max.
Okay, darn. That's not
Is
good.
Irina in line of sight, by the way? Like, she visible?
Yeah, she
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I hold her hand.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. I don't do that.
Oh, all right.
No, dude.
Oh.
This is my wife.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding.
You're
I don't-
lost,
I don't-
dude.
Who are you? You've been sitting here in the back this whole time.
You're saying this to Arena?
Arena, yeah. I don't think she introduced herself. She
I
just
don't
started talking
think
to
this is
the
the
old
time for
guy.
introductions.
Yes, there are more pressing matters, especially that black carriage down there. That is very disturbing indeed.
Why? What is it?
looks like a
Last time it
carriage.
showed up, I decided not to get in it, and then Strahd showed up a few hours later and beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's the carriage he usually rides around in, or he actually took us to and for his mansion, castle, whichever you want to call it.
Right.
So we don't get in, and then he shows up. Mission accomplished. We kill him.
Well, now hold
yeah,
on.
good
hold-
luck with that, buddy.
Now wait,
But
wait a
there's
minute.
what, like 8 of us here right now? No,
No,
9.
wait
No,
a
that's
minute.
not the DM. 8.
Last time I remembered, he actually invited us to go to it. He has said nothing about inviting us somewhere.
And plus, I kind of impersonated him in Valaki, and I'm not sure how he feels about that.
You impersonated the devil.
Yes, but it was to save Roderick here, and it actually succeeded. I had the man with the weird arm scared shitless of me.
And all we did was just put the town of Valaki in a, peril. But,
Yes, that did happen.
put
I don't
themselves
want
in
to say
peril.
that they're related, the two incidences, no.
Clear terms, Esmeraldas. You want to be around these people.
Oh, I didn't come for these people. I came for my friend, but they're an add-on, I guess.
If I think back to this reading, as I'm like kind of, I know that Rictavio is supposed to be a friend,
Hmm.
and now this woman has showed up who's friends with Rictavio. Can I look back on the card reading and probably put 2 and 2 together on if this person was probably mentioned?
Yeah, you recall you don't seem to have any mention of her in your memory.
Oh,
And Octavia's never mentioned anyone like her before either. She just is a person that's here.
yeah. I kind of look at her for a second, and then I kind of look back towards the carriage. Is anyone getting out?
No.
Is this an invitation for us to join you?
Does someone have a crossbow? I could shoot it.
I do
Let's
have a
not-
crossbow, but I'm not sure if we want to get in that situation. What do you think, Rictavio?
Well, it's difficult for me to say. I have not personally received an invitation to the castle myself. Tia, I believe you mentioned this was something that you did before?
Yes, but last time he invited us, and he said there'll be like a carriage waiting, and this time a carriage just shows up. I don't know if he wants us to get in it, or he's just out and about and around the area. It would be nice if he actually would have said something.
What kind of invitation did you get last time? Was it through a letter or what?
It was more face-to-face invitation.
Ah, I see. So, let us assume this is the same sort of thing, right? Where you are going to get in the carriage and go up to the castle, and what happened when you were there last?
Well, we had dinner, and we
Let's
Try
party
to-
games.
You know, you keep saying we here, but everyone else that was with you is now dead.
Oh,
Or gone.
yes. Oh,
you
well,
hear
that's right.
Arena
There's
say,
we.
apart from me,
Except for
technically."
Irina. Yes,
Well, you
Irina
know.
was there, but that wasn't she held captive?
Yes. Okay. So I say we. There was a different group. And she
More
points.
of the royal
Tw-
we.
She points towards now I guess Ash's body of Lauren, and she's like,
Pushed into the wind.
and she said, well, it was a dinner party, and the group I was in, we went in there, we talked about things, a lot of things actually, and it came down to us finding Irina. He wants to find Irina as a game of his and another girl that was in the castle. So we ventured in. And in a horrible freak accident, our wizard killed our druid. So that was cool. That was a sight. We did find Irina, obviously, and we found the girl. And then it went more south as he killed the girl we found, and he delivered us a beaten and bruised Malin.
Well,
It was quite the experience, Rictavio. It was eviscerating. Or stimulating, whatever word you want to use.
well, you have learned from your previous experience with the devil, and I assume you're not going to make the same mistakes, not least of all because your friend is not going to kill any of the rest of you, I would hope. Kind of glances briefly over to Roderick. But I do see this as an opportunity of sorts. You see, the castle is the place of residing for the vampire. If you are to go and keep him distracted, then well, we could go in and do a little snooping. Possibly.
It's all great. I
Oh.
have to go figure out Father Lucian's alive.
Now hold on. You say snooping. I'm just gonna say this. The castle's great and all, but let's say house cleaning is probably not his strong point.
Weren't y'all being chased by some type of undead monstrosity last time you were there?
Oh yes, it felt like something out of a book that I once read on the Fey Wilds. It was called Ruby Roo, something like that. It felt like a whole chase scene out of that book. It was quite entertaining. Once I thought back to it, but yeah, no, there was a lot of nasty things in there.
Well, Roderick, what if we get in the carriage, and I'm pretty sure the castle's on the way, or after Valaki, so we stop in Valaki, see if he's okay, hop back in the carriage, continue to the castle.
I doubt that carriage is making any pit stops.
Yeah, from what our druid friend told us, the horses aren't. They kind of have a one-tracked mind, so as soon as we get in, that's it.
Hey, look, that guy over there, he has a way with horses. You see how he threw that apple on the ground and he got all excited? I bet he could get them to stop too.
That was built out over years of trust and bonding with the animal. Trust me, I'm not an animal expert.
Ah, I thought you were so skilled. My apologies.
No, Red Keep just really loves apples.
Thought his name was Albert.
No.
No, that is Jeffrey. Jeffrey is what I
Jeffrey,
heard.
that's what-
Yes, but then I found out that was not his name. Well,
Irina, can you watch over Red Keep for a minute?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna start walking to the carriage.
Sure, you walk up to the carriage.
I'll poke my head in. Is anyone in there?
Nope. What you do see is a small piece of parchment sitting on the seat.
Ooh, taketh the parchment.
Yeah.
And I readeth it.
You go ahead and read us the parchment. The parchment says,
Hear ye, hear ye.
it says, my friends, Malin, Tia, Roderick, Blair, and Gundrick. I bid you dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings and discuss the events prior to today. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich.
Interesting. I don't really see how anyway, I'll walk back while I'm reading it, and
Mhm.
I'll hand it to Tia. I'll just be like, it's kind of odd that he would call me a friend. And he didn't seem too friendly the last time I met him.
He's inviting us to dinner again. I mean,
an excellent time to ambush him.
no.
And he's
Well, now,
stuffing his
wait.
face.
No, hold on. Let's cool our boats here. Can't really do too much to him, especially in his own place.
our new friend, Esmeralda, she told me something about werewolves. Maybe it applies to vampires. You, sir, you look like a hunter. Do you have any way to add silver to our weapons here? You do operate out of here, yes?
Which person are you talking
Yeah,
about?
who's
Oh, he's
You-
trying to talk to Rick Tavio.
Oh, Rictavio.
Oh, to Rictavio. Yeah, I'm no smith, so this is not my my forte.
I'm a smith. If you have the stuff, I could probably do it.
Does silver work on vampires?
Well, it's fine, you know.
What do you mean? It's fine. It was more of a yes or no question.
Let me consult my knowledge of vampires.
He's googling the results.
What is a Google?
Oh, it's a thing that we have outside of this veil. Yeah, it was invented in Waterdeep.
Yeah, no. Silver does nothing to a vampire that a regular weapon would not do. If you want to seriously hurt a vampire, then you have to use a wooden stake, but be particular about the way that you are using it. It's generally not good at for most of the time, but if you are to drive the stake into the vampire's heart when it is sleeping, then well, that is better.
It sounds like we need to cut more wood in.
You really think you're going to get to Strahd while he's asleep?
Well, not when he's asleep, when he's stuffing his face. You walk up, oh, here, I have a gift for you, Strahd von Zarovich, here, under this plate. And then I pull out the stake and I drive it into his heart. And then I am hailed as hero and I can finally go back home.
So have you done something like this before?
Well, I've been trying to hunt his butler.
Once again, I feel like this is a yes or no question for that.
Well, I have not gotten so close per se as to drive this stake in the heart, which I also did not know about the stake before, so that is actually very good information to know now. It does not work as well with hammer.
You
Yes.
struck me as an honor fighter, not an underhanded assassin.
I mean,
Hey,
that is
and-
quite underhanded.
In war, you do what you must to win. It sounds like this Lauren understood that. Sometimes the decisions, they sound great, other times they're a little sneaky.
This is the talk I like to hear, not this running in and getting yourself killed.
I'm glad we agree then, Blair.
Just
But
to be clear, I'm not agreeing to your stabbing them during dinner cut idea, but the doing what you can to survive.
Look, we have a lot. We have a lot on our plate. I know you two are new here.
Oh, I get it. Play, because we're going to...
It's true.
I get it.
Yes,
got
that's a
Only
nice
knowing
pun,
you all
Roderick.
for a couple hours, and the devil already knows my name. It's not good.
Oh, so he actually, from what I can tell, knows everything you're doing at all times.
Perfect.
So
Let's not
I
forget-
feel like hiding behind the rock isn't going to cut it anymore.
Let's not
Gundrick's
forget
gonna
that
make
we
an
have.
obscene gesture at the woods. Sorry, go ahead.
You're right.
Let's not forget that we have a hag coming
Oh,
after us
shit.
every night.
And you have a hag.
Oh
Hey,
yes, you
things
see
that
what
way.
happened was we kind of found out about them. They were taking these children and turning them into pies and feeding Barovia with them. And so we decided to put a stop to it, and we killed 2 of them, but one of them managed to escape and has been plaguing our nightmares ever since.
I have a bit of a hag who's been plaguing my nightmares as well. Ain't that right, babushka? Oh, sorry, you can't see her. Never mind. It wasn't as funny as I thought.
Well,
you
it's
right.
reasonably probably not going to be as funny as since she's probably going to target, one of you guys, and she nods to Blair and Gundrick. So,
Wait, why would she target us? Does she
Oh,
know
well,
us?
Guilty
That's
by
what-
association.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, wait, so she has to come and see you so she could see that we're with you now.
Yes, but if I'm thinking correctly, I think she could kind of do it without actually being in front of us.
Oh, magic.
Like,
Such
physically?
silly stuff.
You're saying Morgantha was a hag?
What?
The old woman that sold pies in Barovia. She was a hag?
Oh yes, yes. She had 2 other sisters. They were crazy. We actually got ran out of that place because we tried to kill her.
I was a stone statue. That's,
Oh
it's
yes,
a long
Tia.
story.
Tia turned into a cat statue. It was a very interesting ordeal. And we were in a house that almost killed us, so that was cool. That's how we met Strahd. He
house?
showed up and saved us, apparently.
God saved you.
Yes, apparently he has something that this game that he wants to play. Apparently he wants a new ruler so he can leave and torment the rest of the world.
Yes, Strahd does like to play with his victims, does he not?
Well, apparently Alarin was going to be a protege of his, but as far as I can tell, you can't do much with ashes.
I have seen many strange and horror things in these lands, but the more you all open your mouth and talk, the more befuddled I get.
Oh, you know, just coming into Barovia to spice things up a bit. That's what we
seems-
do.
Are we just gonna... What's going on? Are we ignoring this carriage? Are we going in this tower? Are we going to Valaki? What's happening?
I'm not exactly
I
sure
say we
anymore.
as... I guess I am entangled in this now.
Yeah, and so if he so just a word to the wise, if he does send a carriage and you decide not to get in it, just look over your shoulder for a few days. He might
Always
try to
do.
come and beat the shit out of you.
Gundrick will kind of rub his ass, reminded of getting kicked out of the cemetery.
So as a note here, you don't know how long the carriage will be around for. So if you want to risk it, if you want to get in at all, you can go and do whatever you want to do in Valaki and then come back and see if it's still there and then get in it. Or if you want to get in it now and then go and then come back and then go do Valaki, then whatever you guys want to do.
So did he say dinner for tonight? Sorry.
Yeah, dinner for tonight. So you
Oh yeah.
wager
so we'd
that
have to haul ass.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
You
it's
fellows.
it's midday. You guys have time.
Yeah, didn't we
Is
just
it-
rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought we had just rested, so it should be kind of earlier.
Is
we
it
rested,
magic?
fought that skeletal horse, now it's now.
Is it magic that moves the carriage or just the horses?
That's
I'm
the
not
horses.
sure.
Oh, then we just tie the horses in Valaki. Hey, okay, carriage can't move. All good, baby.
Well, if you did overrun Valaki, it's safe to assume that the horses probably wouldn't try to go around Valaki.
Yeah, if their
We might
masters
go
are
straight
in
through it.
control of it.
In which case, sure we could try to get them to stop.
How about this? I'm just gonna yell up at the sky. Strahd! We'll go to your dinner, but we're stopping in Valaki. Bring your cart there.
Make a persuasion check.
And I'm
Please?
marching my way toward Valaki.
Can I assist him by saying please? Or no, he probably ain't happy with me. So.
Oh, I have a +0 to persuasion. That's a 14.
14. Okay. You call out.
There's gotta be a place. Wait, I'll lead Red Keeper. Okay, here's the question though. So if we are going to do this, who all is going? Because I would rather Irina not go to Strahd's castle.
Did Roderick already leave? You said that you're already marching.
I started going. If I hear him open his mouth, I'm gonna stop real quick. Turn
Okay.
around,
Tell
see
me
what
to
he has
shut
to
the
say.
fuck up. So are we all going? Because I'd rather Irina not go to Strahd's castle. Granted, based on Tia's accounts of what happened last time.
So as a note here, the letter was addressed to you five.
Oh yes, that's true.
Rictavio and Esmeralda would like to go in secret to go and screw around in the castle while you guys are
Want
distracting
to go
him.
in secret?
If they go in secret, who's watching?
Well, that would be
um,
Milivoy.
Oh, Milivoy. Yeah, they can stay at the
Oh,
tower.
the big strong hero that never dies.
We can open the door for him at the tower. Get him to go into the tower and shut the door. That way, if anyone tried to get into the tower, they'd get shot.
Those two staying in the tower. We tell the other two, we don't care what you do. Don't fucking tell us. We stop in Valaki, and then we go to the dinner.
Yeah, we stop in Valaki, bury your fucking priest guy, because he did.
Ooh, we hide them in the carriage, and two of us sit on the front, and then they're in there, and then no one ever knows, and then they get out after we all
Except God
leave
knows.
later.
It's his fucking carriage.
You know what?
We
I will sit
look
on
through
the
to
front of the
smash
carriage.
mugs.
I will sit on the front of the carriage, and if the horses aren't like trying to go to Valaki, I'll try to steer them in that direction,
I'll sit with
Okay.
Malin.
and then I'll
So-
try to stop them.
They're sitting on like the bench part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Who's gonna ride shotgun?
I'm not going near that thing.
Gundrick's gonna ride shotgun. I'll give you my crossbow.
Awesome.
So we can shoot the horses if they.
Yeah. who's riding crossbow?
So to
Gundrick's
clarify
just got it
here,
aimed at the back of the head the whole time.
Hey, why are you pointing that towards the horses?
to clarify, you're all getting in the carriage,
No, no, no.
apart from
No, no.
Gundrick and Malin who are
You're
riding
wrong.
shotgun. Okay.
No, none of us are getting in the carriage. Maybe those two dummies will sit on the bench. The rest of us are walking to Valaki.
You're walking to Valaki.
In
Oh.
front of the horses.
Okay.
Yeah, so y'all can help stop the carriage if it tries to do so.
Oh, okay. I mean, I
I'm
guess.
gonna be real mad if this carriage can fly.
That would be funny.
So no one's getting in the carriage.
Rocket
besides-
blasted off again.
It's fine.
Okay, so here's what's happening. You're leaving Irina with Milivoy at
Yes.
the tower.
Yeah.
And Ride Keep.
And Red Keep's there too. Cool. Esmeralda will show them how to get in. So they can go in. And there they will sit. As for Esmeralda and Van Richten, is there anything you want to say to them before you leave?
Did we say?
Don't tell us whatever the fuck you're doing. Fuck off.
The less we know, the better. And
Ooh.
in a more nice way of saying it is, we don't want to know what you're doing, because if you do something, Strahd can't say that we knew what you were doing.
Right. Plausible deniability.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good idea. So, for the rest of you, good luck in going to Valaki. And, yeah, if the carriage does not follow you, come back here when you are ready to go.
All right. If I don't see you anytime soon, I'm sure I'll see you in about 4 weeks.
4 weeks? That's a long
Um,
time.
Yeah, never mind. Don't worry about it. Time is a little different sometimes.
You know, a week is 10 days here, so...
Oh.
It's a long, long time. Okay, well, good
Oh.
luck.
Well, also, you're the old man, yes. Strahd is coming for you next, supposedly. I think I already told you, but be safe, okay? Just keep an eye out.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Oh, nice to meet you again, Esmeralda. And Irina, I guess. Good to meet you. Oh, also, would he kind of have an idea, since he's been in here a little bit, that that would be the daughter of Barovian Burgermeister?
Make a history
Burgomeister?
check.
Irina.
Oh, I lost Gundrick's character sheet. There it is. Oh, I get zeros on those. So 10.
10. The surname Kolyana is faintly familiar to you, yeah.
Gotcha.
Coriander?
Kolyana?
Okay, yeah. Well, with that, Gundrick will go hop on the carriage, ready to ride. On the front, not inside.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
we're,
just-
we're on the front. I've got the... Do these horses have reins?
no.
Oh. I will fashion some reins to them. Where's my horse staying?
Yeah, while we're on that subject,
Esmeralda, do you know what's in that tower? Have you been in there before?
Yeah, I've briefly been into the bottom floors, kind of. The top upstairs floors, they're a little hard to, walk around because you've gotta kind of watch your step. They're old and they may not support your weight, so I've only really been down on the bottom ones, but, Rudolph has been up on the top floor before, so...
Oh, Rudolph, is the tower safe? Is there any monsters in there that might attack these two while they're staying?
I've only really been in the top floor, so why don't we confine them to one of the levels where it's not going to be a problem.
Right. You've been to the top floor. She's been to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
They're both safe.
As far as we know, yeah.
You hear that, Milovoy? Stick to one of those.
Sure. Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna go
No fucking
to...
about. I've already had to bring you back from the dead once. Granted, it was my fault.
Yeah, I have not forgotten. Okay.
Look, when I get back, we're gonna start your training, alright?
Training?
You're gonna turn into a fighter. You're gonna need it.
You can see as you're mentioning this in his eyes, which have been kind of spacey for a while now, ever since he got revived. He's kind of just been very distant and even more pale than normal. But at the mention of that, you see just a faint spark of something ignite in the back of his irises. Okay. Sure, yeah. That sounds good. Just, be safe, because it's kind of a big deal to be going there.
I know.
Okay. Well,
Alright, take care of Irina.
Yeah. Good luck.
Esmeralda, be careful. Those wounds are still fresh.
Yeah, no, I got it. Don't worry, I've had a lot worse than this, so we're all good. Hey, don't get bitten, cause I don't want to have to kill you.
Please do if I do get bitten.
Oh yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Kind of fucking dog.
Hey, that goes for
We're in
all of you too,
Barovia.
so just be aware.
Oh, I'll
Um,
cut your head off nice and clean, Esmeralda. I got your back.
Yeah, good.
do just
good
wanna
luck with the
oh, sorry.
warhammer. So that's a good cutting weapon is the warhammer. So good job.
Hey, if it gets smashed off, that's basically the same thing as cut, and you're just gonna tear the last little bits off.
I sure as shit
but,
hope I don't go that way, because that is not the same thing.
Yes, you see one, it's possible to have an open casket, and the other, not so much.
Yeah,
We didn't-
yeah.
We didn't end up giving Milovoy a weapon, did we?
No.
Prior to the assault. Okay. I just want to pull a dagger out of a sheath and, flip it and hand him, handle first.
Yeah, he kind of takes it and gives it a couple swishes around. Thanks for this. Yeah.
We'll be back.
I hope so.
I just wanted to double check. I know Malin had set some of Lauren's stuff off to the side, like the book and the staff. Does someone have that at least?
That was books,
Okay, cool.
not a
Just wanted to
staff. I
make
threw
sure.
that in the lake.
Plunk. Sweet.
We burned that with him. What are you talking about? That's well as Drogden's heart.
Yeah, what did you do with Dragden's?
It's just in my pocket, bro. What? I'm just carrying. I'm just carrying the dead remains of people at this
You're the
point.
new guard.
He's the collector.
You're a small guard. You just carry everything for us.
I'm gonna open up an inn when I get out of everybody's belongings.
Annual Garcliff.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gundrick and Malin, you go ahead and jump up onto the horses, or onto the seat where the horses would normally house a rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead and hop up there and sidle on up, and then you watch as Blair, Roderick, and Tia just walk by, going ahead of the carriage, and as they go, they get about 30 feet out.
I guess I'll. Oh, can I tie Red Keep up to the back of the carriage and have him come with us?
Sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Why not? And as they get about 30 feet out and they keep walking, you feel the two horses in front of you kind of begin slowly trudging after them.
Oh, I was a little
Papa-
worried there, horses. Didn't
Well,
think you were going to
usually-
get moving.
Usually you have to say something like "Appa yip yip" in order for them to move, but they seem to be doing it all on their own.
Ugh, magic.
And so you guys walk. You're on the open road. Because you are on a horse Malin and Gundrick, you're not going to roll for me. So instead, I'm going to need 2. So either Blair, Gundrick, or Tia can roll a D20. Roderick.
It's almost like their
You
names.
don't, you don't want me to do it.
Yeah, it's either
You don't want me
Yeah,
to
either
do it
D20.
either.
I'll
Yeah.
roll the first one.
just one for this.
Oh, just one. 14.
14, you're fine.
Just
Yeah.
below, baby.
I needed either
Nice.
Roderick, Gundrick, or Blairick to roll, and now we have
Blairick?
ourselves-
T-Rick.
Did you mean T-Rick?
It's Tyrick.
Tyrick.
Okay, so you guys travel down the path.
I hate that GIF is moving now. It takes a while for GIFs to load for me.
Crossing over that small
I'll delete it.
stone bridge that you guys are so familiar with, and coming up to this part.
Yay.
Ooh, wait. As we get to that bridge really quick, Gundrick would just kind of turn over to Malin and say, "Oh yes, it was about right around here where Guard decided to take off to the northeast in this area."
Oh, it was right around here where we were being chased by scarecrow people.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh
the
dear.
woods are terrible.
You might not have made it far.
He's a big fella. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, maybe he went to Valaki. Oh, and we
Flies
could give
buzzing
him.
on the side of the road.
We could give him his. We could give him his buddy's book.
Well, there's Gar there. Why is he going into the woods?
Smells like elephant dung.
As far as you guys are concerned, and you especially, Roderick, Gar's probably fucking dead. Probably in the state that you left him in when he dipped out, busted through those gates to Valaki, and then fucking ran away. He's probably dead.
Note to self: send message if I have a spare 3rd level.
Gundrick will hold out hope.
As you guys come up to Valaki, is there anything that you guys want to do in preparation here?
Gundrick will take his rope and just kind of get like a nice little, I don't know, like 6-foot loop and just kind of get it in front of one of the horse's necks. Not tugging hard yet, but just kind of having it there at the ready to try and whoa the horse if needed.
So, not only did the devil raise this town, but you were also run out of it not but a day ago. What makes you think we can go in here at all?
Well, we're hoping that, the man who's inviting us for dinner fucked this place up right good, and so the people who were in charge are probably dead now. So we're kind of holding out hope that they don't mess with us.
Plus, the carriage hasn't turned yet, so it seems like we're probably supposed to go through here.
This place is not a land to have hope in.
Oh, I know, but at this point, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm expecting death any day now.
That's the way to live. All right,
Exactly.
well, let's see what they think.
Someone wouldn't happen to have a spare healing spell they can just throw around, would they?
Here,
Yes.
it's called bandages.
I'll snap my fingers and like whisper something and do healing word.
At 2nd level.
I'm gonna vigilant blessing myself.
What's that
Just
do?
gives me advantage on my next initiative roll.
Pass, bitch. Oh, that's a good one. You get 11.
Ooh, excellent.
I'm trying
Thanks.
to think. I mean, not that it's dark yet, but basically everyone has dark vision except for Blair, right?
Yeah, Blair doesn't have it.
Okay.
I don't think Malin has it either, right? You're just a people.
No, he's a human.
I'm a
Ooh.
humans.
Roger can help with that. If
I
necessary.
can't
Right.
see shit.
Only for an hour though, so I kind of feel like I want to save it for
Nah, we
if
good.
Strahd
Yeah,
messes with
when
us.
it's-
Is there like a
yeah,
torch holder on this carriage? Like I'd imagine, or like a lantern on this carriage. Most carriages came with lanterns and stuff.
Sure, yeah, it probably has a lantern holder.
I'll just press the digitation and light it if it's not
We just-
lit already.
It's still daytime right now. We're fine.
Oh yeah, it's true, but it is.
Just,
Yeah,
we're just
whatever. We're
preparing
good.
for when we need to worry about it.
You can light magic fires, but you can't fix my pants. I see how it is.
I can clean your pants. But I can't fix it. I didn't take that spell.
You don't need magic to do either of those things. To be
You
honest.
don't, but it does make it very easy.
I was never good with red needle.
Does it look like I've ever done a honest day's work?
No.
Exactly. Magic.
But look at those clothes. You must
Well,
be good with thread needles.
No, I'm really good at playing music
Ah,
Yeah,
I
he
see.
did not make those.
and stealing. Not so much these days. I've kind of left that behind me, but
Oh, I have heard of those people who steal the pants right off you.
What?
Oh,
you know
not the
that's just an
common phrase where you're from?
That's just an expression. just so you know, don't ever try to just steal someone's pants while they're wearing them in broad
you-
daylight.
Imagine what Strahd would look like if you stole his pants.
He would probably kill me,
Yeah, probably.
and I would see something that would haunt my nightmares for years to come.
It is about this time that you guys are approaching the gates to Valaki. As you come upon them, who is in the lead here? You got the three people at the front. So
I don't know
I'll
that
take
we're
lead.
like, yeah, I don't know that we're necessarily lead formation. I think we're just kind of walking.
okay, so Roderick, make a perception check for me.
Oh, last time I was here, it was unmanned.
I do have a +7, and it's a 14.
14. The gate currently has one guard posted up in front of it. You can kind of see armor that is too big for this person. Looks to be kind of scrawny and probably young. This person's only clocking out around 5'5", and looks to be like of a male build. So probably just a young kid. It's currently posted up with a spear. Bits of armor that are half. They got a couple blood spears on them. Blood smears on
Note
them.
to self: all men that are 5'5" are seen as children.
I
in
was
people's
literally
eyes.
about to.
No, this one
I mean,
is.
Is he wrong?
This one is because he's also scrawny and titchy and tiny. That's why.
5'5" anorexic men are considered children in Equa's eyes.
It's flavor, Tommy.
It's
Listen,
okay,
not
Short
everyone,
Kings. You
not
just keep
everyone
on
can be
keeping on
6
out
foot like
there.
me.
I know, dude. I wish I could be.
Are you?
I'll call up to him.
Yeah, you call up to him and he kind of like swings the spear around to meet you. He's like, "Yeah, what do you want?"
I heard the town was under siege. I came to give aid. What's the situation?
Make a. Make a either persuasion or deception check for this.
And they're both the same, so it doesn't matter. Oh, nat 20! I'm so glad I switched my die, because the other one was rolling like shit.
Yeah, he kind of like
Alright.
instantly slackens the spear. You know, thank God, because this was like. There are a lot of problems in here right now, and. Oh, jeez. Okay, come on through.
Oh, jeez.
Specifics. What should we be expecting when we get in there?
Well, a couple of the buildings were kind of flattened to the ground from the attacks last night. So, just be on your guard, you know. Watch for falling debris.
Is the government still intact?
You know, they're kind of figuring that out right now.
Understood.
Is the government vampires?
I hope not.
Whew, that's sweat off my back. All right.
Look, you're doing a good job, kid. Keep it up.
Thanks. Okay, go on through.
Hendrik's gonna flip a gold coin up to it.
Tries to catch it and doesn't quite like grab it at the right time, and it kind of flicks up in the air, and he ends up dropping the spear and attempt to catch it again. just pockets it and then picks up the spirit. Clears his throat and stands guard again. Not... You wager, looking at this kid, probably like 14, Tommy. Super young.
It's gonna be really sad when that child is killed eventually.
This is the way.
What are you
Oh,
talking about? This time and age, that's a grown man right there.
he
And
probably
so-
has three. He probably has 3 children to look after.
Mortgage.
And so you enter into the town of Valaki.
He's got a
Look at
mortgage
us.
and a
We said we'd never come back
401k.
here. Get
And
fucked.
here we are.
Yeah, well, they're not in the best place right now, so...
Yeah, neither are we. Get in mine.
You know,
So-
Gundrick, if I could, I would torch this entire town to the ground.
Oh wow, that is quite a reaction. What the
I mean, I would
hell
let
happened
people
here?
leave. I would let people leave, but I want to burn this place.
Oh, you know what? Yes, Guard did mention y'all had a bit of a run-in with the guards here.
It was wild. Oh, here we coming up the shaft.
Not quite. You'll get there. There's Gundrick. I was looking for him. He's hidden behind this massive sign. Okay. So, you guys head on in, and instantly the first thing that you see is kind of like parts of the town in not necessarily ruin, but in damage for sure. It is the nature of vampires to not be creatures of like mass destruction. They're kind of more delicate in their choices to hunt and kill. And so the damage to the town is not significant overall, but there are a couple of buildings that have claw marks in them. The road is half stained with blood and mud. And there are no bodies that you can see on the ground, but there are drag marks indicative of where they may have previously resided and then been moved to a new location. You do, however, looking inwards, see that the Church of St. Andrel is a mess. Half of the roof is caved in. The outside, which is stone, is blackened and has markings of soot on the outside of it. The graveyard itself is still intact, as is that iron fence, but the building is not faring so well right now. The other thing, as you enter in here, the residents have quite the dour expression, and you get it. That will probably be the reaction to having this sort of thing happen. For most of you, it's whereas previously Valaki was not necessarily a beacon of happiness, but there was a conceited effort to try and be happier, as was the Burgomaster's policy towards defeating Strahd. Now everything is just gone. It's like someone plucked all of the hope and is just thrown it away. The villagers here now are reminiscent of the villagers in the village of Barovia. And as you go through, they are looking at you. Whoever wants to can roll insight checks to see if you can
Yeah.
Please.
Could I use my passive wisdom?
Fuck.
Insight?
Sure.
17.
What is my insight? Oh, it's only a +2. I got an 11.
I got a 20.
12.
12. What did you get, Blair? 9.
9.
So Roderick and Tia, well, for you, Roderick, you kind of get it. People are recognizing you. Between you and Malin and Tia kind of specifically, because there was talk, Tia and you specifically, because there was talk about Tia raiding the Burgomaster's mansion the other day, and you were in the stocks. People are kind of looking at you, and there's reactions of disgust and hatred towards you. Tia, you get something else on a 20. A lot of people are noticing that carriage. And there's a reason that people are giving you a berth. Like, as you travel through, specifically Malin and Gundrick, but kind of also people at the front, they're not coming near you. And you wager there's something someone's got to know about that carriage linking to Strahd in some way. Which also is kind of like to you, oh, okay, that might also be why they are looking at us like they hate us.
I want to yell something so bad, but it's not the right moment. I need to wait.
Tia, you look like you want to say something.
I do. I
Just
really
say
do.
it.
No, it's... I need to see something first.
Oh, okay.
You think the
so-
tavern is still serving?
I really need to stock up on alcohol. I know that.
I could go for food right now.
Aren't we on our way to eat?
That's for only a few hours still.
Oh, that is
Well-
true.
Okay, now let's calm down here. We're here for two things. We're here to check on the church, and we're here
And
to
get
grab
drunk.
bones. No, that's not it. No, we're here to check on the church and grab the bones, and so we can keep going. Because I don't know if you notice, people aren't too excited that we're here.
Well,
So-
there's the church in ruins. Where's the bones?
They
Oh,
were-
whoa, horsey! And Gundrick will try to stop it as we pull up in
I'm
front
going
of the
to
church.
aid him.
We
in
straight up
this.
brought the carriage into Valaki, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah,
right now?
that,
Jesus.
yeah. They like the carriage is just following the road.
We
like-
might be able to use this to our advantage, though. At
Yeah,
this
because
point,
people are scared to
people are
fuck with
afraid of
us.
us. We use that. We keep everybody away doing that. So screw it.
So, Gundrick, make an animal handling check with advantage because Malin's helping you.
I'm helping this dude. It's like, so
Right.
you don't want to be too forceful with horses. You need to go gentle, use kind words, but use it in a good tone. I mean, you can tell a dog you love it while screaming at it and it still thinks it's in trouble, so don't do that.
That is very good advice, Malin. I got an 18.
18. You pull up on the reins, and they do not stop.
Oh, shit.
Oh, not quite
Oh.
good enough though.
Well, it's, let's see, how fast is the horse going?
The horse is
Trudge.
walking.
We're
It's a
just gonna-
trotting pace. It's maybe like 15 feet.
Okay, so
Try
everyone,
jumping
new
off.
game.
They might stop once you get off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Jump
yeah.
off. Wait, my horse!
Oh, Red, keep away. Well, he's done again.
Yeah, you guys jump off the carriage, and as you do so, the carriage stops.
Oh, wow, that was
Okay.
good thinking, Roderick.
Yeah. Well, let me get my rope. Now I feel
I
silly.
wish we got him to stop in front of the tavern, though.
Where did you get them to stop at?
In front of the church, right? I think that was the
Church.
idea.
just
In front of the church. Okay, yeah, it stops in front of the church.
I go in. I'm gonna ask Gundrich. So
You're
where was it that you? What?
changing it up. Now he's Gundrich so that we know what the difference between Roderick and
Yeah,
Gundrich
there's
is.
a H in his spelling, so I'm gonna pronounce it. So there's a difference.
I got it. Yeah, make it easier for everyone.
What were you saying?
Where was he when this happened? Was he in the church outside?
Yeah, Gundrick will hop off and, so I had to go in through the side, through the cemetery, but, he was further in there. Does this front part look kind of collapsed, or could you get in that way, or do we have to go around?
No, the front doors, the big heavy oak doors that make up the front, are wide open.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, based on our position, I would say yes, further in the church.
I'm gonna start going in.
Yeah, you walk in. The church is destroyed. It's completely ruined in every form. The altar to the Morning Lord is split in two. It seems that something was impacted onto that altar in the middle with such force that the stone altar cracked down. The rows of pews are splintered and shattered. Notably, you don't see any bodies in here, just marks on the floor.
Could I make an investigation to see, like, if I can figure out what these marks are from and, like, the damage?
Sure, yeah.
That's a. It's a 12.
12. Something strong came in here and wrecked shop, basically.
Lucien, father, are you in here?
I'm just calling out.
You call out and there is no response.
I'll start lifting any debris and see if they're under any of that.
Yeah, you give it a thorough look over throughout the whole place. Yeah, no bodies in here at all. Not even where you left Drowden.
So, we didn't really talk about it too much. I assume our organization was like underneath the chapel.
It was.
Can I check that?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking in my head, if they survived this, maybe they bunkered up down there.
Yeah, you go ahead and you locate the secret switch that you have in the storage room. And as the floor kind of slides over, it reveals a staircase that goes down into the basement. You go ahead and walk down there. It is currently dark down there.
I can see.
Oh,
Unless it's-
did you cast the dark vision thing?
Oh, I just
He
have that by
He
default.
just has natural, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick, dude. I thought you had to cast that. Cool. Yeah.
I can give it to other people, but I by myself always have dark vision, which is pretty
At
cool.
300 feet, don't you?
Yeah, it's like extended. It's crazy.
Got you. Yeah, you go down there. And essentially the large room that makes up the meeting area is the first thing that you see. As you walk down, the central table that has a bunch of chairs around it is broken. There is a body lying in it, in the top of the table where it came down, and there are doors off to the side. I'll say you go ahead and check the door off to the side, which leads to the armory. That armory is mostly still there. Like, all of the loot, mostly still there. You go ahead and check, the library area where you keep all of your records and archives. From quick moment's glance, mostly still there. You're not finding any other bodies, though. Just still a couple of stains on the floor.
Yeah, I assume we don't have any magical weapons, do we?
You know what? Roll a d20 for me.
18.
18. Yeah. You go ahead and look around and try and find what you can. I'll say you find a +1 longsword.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes. Okay, I'm taking that. And
That's all
then
you get, though.
That's fine. That's fine. I was literally only gonna I was gonna ask you if there's a magical weapon. If not, I was just gonna say I want a longsword because I need to give one to Milivoy for training. So,
Sure.
I'm gonna walk over to the body and see who it is, if it's Lucien or not.
Make an investigation
Especially.
check for me.
It's a nat 1.
Nat
His
1.
body just completely destroyed.
It's not completely destroyed, but you're having a hard time recalling it in the condition that it is in. Did anyone else go down with him?
I'm
I think
still up on
Gundrick's
a
the only one
carriage.
that went in, right? Or did you even
Yeah.
go in, Gundrick?
I wasn't sure. I'm gonna say no. That he just kind of told him because he's, Roderick seemed like this was a very personal thing. So yeah, I'd say no.
Okay. So that's what you get.
All right. Trying to think what I would do with this body. Guess I have plans, so I can't really do much. Is there any? No, that wouldn't make sense.
I will say in your investigation check, because it was a nat 1, you get not much, but The body is cold and a little, as you're like, trying to get a feel of who it could be. The skin does kind of like sag inwards when you push on it.
This is Drogden.
You don't know.
It's this. I don't know. This is our chapel. We bury people. We buried people in the side. Is there like a spare coffin?
Sure, yeah, you can find a coffin. Yeah.
I'll like just set that down. I'll pick the body up. I'll place it in the coffin and I'll close the lid. I don't have time to bury this thing right now today, and Maria's gonna be coming here, so that's good enough for now, I think. And I'll just, whoever you all, you served us well. And not seeing Lucian anywhere, I'll call out to him again. Lucian.
Nothing.
I'll come back up to Gunrich. I don't see him. I don't see anyone. Besides one.
Trying to remember Equa in Gundrick's kind of little session with Strahd. The old man, like you said, he kind of looked like a priest, right? And like he was dead from what Gundrick could see, right?
It was hard to tell. He appeared to be wearing robes of some kind, yeah. And he wasn't moving when Strahd was holding him. He just dropped him and he crumpled. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, Gundrick will just kind of say to Broderick, it is strange that, I don't know why he would take a body, but did anyone in your chapel, was it just your father, Lucian, that wore robes, or would any other people, other members, wear these robes?
Were there other people who wear the robes?
Yeah, off the top of your head, Yeska wore robes.
Jeska, but he's a boy. Young.
Yes, whoever he had at that night, I do not appear that they were alive, but I don't know. This possibly means maybe your father is not actually perished yet. Maybe he's been taken by Strahd.
Maybe. As I'm talking to him, I'm gonna kind of take that turn out toward the graveyard. There's a chance that the townspeople might have started burying people who died.
Sure.
So I'm looking to see if there's any fresh fresh ground.
Yeah, you do go out there, and you make a perception check.
Oh boy. Rolling kind of crappy. That's a 9 total.
A 9. Yeah, you see there is a small pile of bodies that is being gathered on the outside of the graveyard. And spaces are, like, you gather, probably being reserved. There's no one currently around, though.
I could go over to the pile of bodies and I start looking through them.
You don't see anyone that you recognize in here.
What about with the 17 passive perception? I gotta try it.
You're rolled a 9, bro. Can't help it.
Gunrich. Do any of these men fit the description?
Oh, Gundrick? Yeah, let me look.
I need you to roll for me.
I guess I would look at the bodies.
Guidance.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception and add a d4.
Alright. I don't know why I always lose track of perception. Alright, so that is shoot, I need a d4. Alright, so that is 21 plus so 24?
24.
With the guidance?
Yeah, you do make out what is probably the figure that you saw the other day. It's of a man kind of in his probably 60s, thinning white hair, wearing What our robes, although thickly stained and mudded and gross and blackened from soot, the face is half torn away, and the neck is completely open, although there is no more blood to lose from the body. And kind of corroborating with Roderick's description, could be Father Lucian, could be.
Yeah, so he'll just kind of like grit his teeth a little bit and just, kind of monster does something as this. Roderick, this man here, and he'll kind of point him out. This is the one I think I saw him that night. There was a lot of smoke, but is this the person you seek?
Am I allowed to roll an investigation, or is it?
I mean, you just get that it loosely fits the description. You spent a fair amount of time with Father Lucian, and this could be him, but the body has just sustained so much damage. It's just hard to tell.
It's hard to know for sure.
The other half of his face.
I mean, if it fits the description as best as you can probably get it.
This is a bad choice. I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna cast Sending to Father Lucian.
Father, it's Roderick. I saw what happened at the church. Someone claims that they saw you perish. I don't see your body amongst the dead. Are you alive?
No response.
Yet.
At this point, you kind of see a figure coming around the back of the church, dragging a body with them. They appear to be like a female in their like late 40s, maybe early 50s. She kind of just is dragging the body with it. Body you don't recognize. And she kind of turns over to see you guys and just kind of freezes. Sets the body down and begins backing away.
Wait.
Roll intimidation.
Is that the lady I saw that night?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good roll. It's a flat 15.
Oh, it's a 13, not an 18. Yeah, she kind of just freezes there, but is like kind of carefully and very slowly moving her feet backwards as she turns to look at you.
I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to know, is Father Lucian amongst the dead?
What is it to you?
He raised me. I'm from here.
Is that why you betrayed him?
I didn't betray anyone.
It's not what the townspeople are saying. You set a bunch of vampires on us.
I was killing the vampires. It was the guards who did nothing.
I heard the devil busted you out last night.
Oh, that could complicate things.
It's hard to explain. You'd have to believe me when I say it wasn't him but an illusion.
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a 5.
Yeah, she just kind of is making enough distance away from you where she feels comfortable. Where she just kind of looks at you and spits, traitor, and turns and runs.
Damn. Are the eyes closed on the guy who might be Lucian, or the eye, since
Yeah,
his face is gone?
the eye is closed. Yeah.
All right. I'll say a morning Lord prayer over him. Just like, you know. And take a moment of silence to myself and go back to the cart.
Yeah, you go back to the cart. As for the rest of you, a small crowd is gathering. You see about 2 or 3 people who just kind of walked up to the cart and are staring at it. Word is spreading, and you are not sure of the consequences of this.
Can't stay here much longer. How long is he gonna be in there?
I'm not sure, but hey, it's Gundry's not with us. Dang it.
Oh wait,
wondered-
was the bodies on the road or in the graveyard?
They're like on the outside of the graveyard, probably like right about here is where they're being gathered, where they're by the wall away from the public eye as much.
Oh, okay, so it's like back there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't have gone back then. Yeah, Gundrick would have just followed him back to the cart.
Yeah.
Do you know if the Burgermeister was still around when you were in here, Valaki?
Who are you asking that?
Gundry.
Oh,
Oh, we're
okay.
back.
Oh, we're back.
Okay,
We're back.
gotcha.
Okay. So here, would Gundrick know enough about this fella to know if the dog is connected to him at all?
That's going to be a history check from you, my guy.
Alrighty. Oh, that's an 18.
Famously did have 2 mastiffs, yeah.
Well, I did not see him personally, but on the night of my escape, I did see one of his mastiffs dead. I've heard that he is quite connected to him, so I'm not sure what would be his status if one of those had passed.
Those oversized meat sacks aren't really the issue. It's more of him and his acquaintance, Isaac.
Does Gundrick know who Isaac is?
Sure, yeah. With an 18, you know that Isaac is the Burgomaster's henchman.
Ah, yes. Right then, man. I'm not sure. I could not tell you. My apologies, dear. That is all I saw.
Well, we might want to make it quick then, because as Blair said, we're starting to gather a crowd.
Is there anything else you need to do here, Roderick?
We can go. Well, we're done with the church anyways.
Come on, where to next?
I think we should check the house first.
Is that the last stop?
Depends if the bones are there.
Roderick, I understand that you care about this place truly, but I don't know if you've noticed, people don't seem to care for you, at least anymore.
Banking on it. They think we're working for Strahd. Be dumb if they touched us.
People are stupid. If you haven't noticed, they're starting to create a mob. It won't be long.
Yeah.
Perhaps Strahd wouldn't want anything happening to his dinner guests before they arrived.
I think you haven't really met Strahd. He sees this as a game. If something happens to us, he's just gonna shrug his shoulders and find someone else to play with.
Oh, Millen, you said you pretended to be Strahd, yes? What if you pretend to be him again? You go inside the church, come out Strahd.
Do you really think that's a good idea? And you should probably lower your voice.
These people are scared and they've been through enough. We don't have to put them through more.
You know, you can scare an animal away, but once you back it into a corner and you continue to scare it, odds are an otter is going to fuck you up.
An otter? Specifically an otter?
It's the first animal that came to my head.
It's a good thing we are in the city. There are many, many, many corners far away to back into. I think we're quite far from most of them.
That crowd of 3 has turned into a crowd of 5 at this point.
Yeah, we should get going.
Let's go.
As you
Alright.
go, where are you all? Are you still walking?
I'm back on the fucking carriage, dude.
Yeah, same. Carriage bros for life.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I'm going to stay out, but I am going to say, she will say, give us our passage. We'll be out of your town shortly. I do, as a haunted one, I do have Heart of Darkness, which Those who look into your eyes can see your face unimaginable horror, and you're no stranger to darkness. Though they may fear you, commoners will extend every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, then they will take up arms to fight alongside you. Should you find yourself facing an enemy alone, I'm hoping for an advantage at the least.
Well, I can tell you Tia has the same thing and does not work so well.
Well, it won't give you advantage. Although you have not proven yourself to be a threat. You are hanging around with people who have proven themselves to be a threat. So as you
Have we?
inquire, yes, you have.
Saving them, but you know,
Well,
trying to.
Again, these people are stupid.
Tragic misunderstandings.
Roderick also did, kill someone right in front of him, so it's probably not a good look.
Hey, what are you looking at, people? Strahd kicked my ass last night. Is not the best buddies. I don't know why I got all this out. Well, no, yeah. No friend of the people who hurt your town.
so where are you guys going?
I mean, I guess Roderick's leading, but I'm assuming we're going to the, what was it, the Coffin Maker's house?
I would like to, unless people don't want to, then whatever, I guess.
Was that like over here?
I
or
thought that was
it
right
there?
Was
The
that like
Coffin
central?
Maker's shop?
I think it was this one.
The Coffin Maker's shop is where you busted out all the vampires. That one's right here.
Oh
on the
god,
black
there's a
mark.
lot of colors.
Which one's he
The
going?
black mark is is
black
mine.
mark, yeah.
Alright.
That one's the Coffin Maker's shop.
Okay.
Pretty
It's on the
close
way
on
out.
the way out. Do a quick in and out inspection. I'm trying to remember. Roderick said something about these bones being useful for protecting us, right? Or has he not said that since Blair?
No,
and
I
showed
said
up?
I essentially said I think these bones could be used to protect us.
Okay. If we're going into the lines, then we might as well have all the backup we can get. It doesn't hurt to just check it out very quick.
Do you think there'd be a way for you to sneak away from us as we draw the crowd towards where we're exiting so you could get there and not be followed? Keep the attention on us for as long as we can.
I could turn someone invisible.
Oh, smart plan, Blair. Roderick, you know what you're looking for. What if you turn yourself invisible? Oh, wait, what if you get in the carriage now? And then, when we get pretty close, you turn yourself invisible, and then get out and go check, and we will meet you outside of town.
Well, I do need to make this statement here. I have seen the bones look like and what they're contained in. I know I'm small, but they're bones. They're a bit heavy. They're a full set. So just keep that in mind.
You don't think you could lift them? Is what you're saying?
Do you remember what happened last time I tried to lift them?
I was busy fighting gods and vampires. But
Roderick, that is a very heavy chest. I just need to say that.
no, that I understand. I was just saying I wasn't aware.
Do the people seem to, even though I've like spoke out to the people, do they seem to still be paying more attention to the people they know, or?
It's kind of just the group as a whole and the carriage. The association there has probably taken a hold by now. You're out on the road, as is Roderick and Tia. So, what's your passive perception, Blair?
Blair's passive is 13.
13. You do see a larger crowd is beginning to kind of walk your way from the opposite direction, like from over here is coming down. And at the head of it is a singular figure who is kind of leading.
Oh shit, is that what's her face?
Is this the lady that I betrayed?
The dragon lady that also has like the two crazy brothers and like that one weird sister of theirs.
Can I
Nope.
make that out with my perception? 17 passive. Not who it is, just that there's a crowd coming.
Yeah, you all three of you make it out.
You know what? If the bones are here, we can come back for them. Let's fucking get out of town until everyone settles down and we can get in here sneaky.
Do we want to turn around then so we're not going towards this crowd?
Sure.
Aren't the horses gonna listen to us? Because
Let's
remember
get-
the horses kind of on a
let's get
one-way
in the-
track here.
Let's get in the cart. Once we're inside, we should be protected, I would assume.
All right.
Oh, maybe, Blair, should you and I be the only ones people can see outside since no one knows us?
They
Which
know
one
the
to do?
cart.
Whatever you think is best, but we need to make a decision now.
Get in the cart.
Get in
Open the
car.
door, hop in.
Oh, I guess I'm still on the cart then. Just
Yeah,
me
it'd
and-
be too
me
awkward
and-
for you to hop
Yeah.
off and me get up. Yeah, you two
Makes
stay up there. We all get in the cart.
Okay, so melee
Hey,
I'm
armor.
yelling
welcome
to those
that
two.
friend.
Get in the cart.
Oh, you're getting them in the cart as well.
Yes.
Is there enough room
yeah.
for all 5 of us?
Yes, get in here. Damn it, there's a cat.
Yeah, it is small.
Oh, all right. Horses, I hope you know how to turn around. And he'll hop off and get in the car.
Yeah,
I
okay.
guess I got in the cart.
So everyone
I'm looking
hops
out the
off.
back glass though, or the I'm whatever they got in the back. Just keeping an eye on Red Keep.
Sure. Everyone hops off and scrambles into the inside of the cart, just in time as you guys approach the crowd, hoping that the horses will turn around. They do
They
not.
don't.
They
I
just keep
figured.
going, and you watch as the crowd parts, and Malin and Roderick and Tia, you look outside the window to see an elderly woman,
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
kind of fingers in a pyramid fashion, kind of looking in the windows of the carriage and kind of gently smiling.
Oh, that's that lady I betrayed.
Oh, you betrayed her.
Oh, well, she wanted me to kill Isaac, and then I told the burgomaster that there was a plot to kill him and Isaac. And, yeah, you know, that plan, it went off the rails very quickly.
Funny you should mention that,
It went up in flames.
because as you pass the lady standing but a few paces behind her is a gruff-looking bald man with an infernal arm who
well,
is scowling
know,
furiously
Get
at
out
the
of
carriage.
jokes.
Poke my head out and say, "Fuck you, Isaac!" I just shut the door.
Is that what you do?
No.
Coward.
All right.
Oh, so, can't have loyal employees these days, I guess. That was the burgomaster's man, yes?
Oh, yes. He's the one I scared the shit out of by pretending to be Strahd.
Don't see the burgermeister anywhere.
Oh, the old lady probably had him and his son killed.
I thought she
Oh.
wanted Isaac killed as well.
Oh,
Surprised he's
yes.
still standing.
I'm sure that's coming soon.
Well, either that, or if you get henchmen to follow you, why kill them when you can make them do your dirty work, you know?
That's true. Although he had an infatuation with Irina and sort of Strahd, so I'm not exactly sure how Strahd would like that.
I never took Isaac for the submissive type.
Maybe if the pay is good.
You know, sometimes. No, I'm not going to say that. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
Well,
You keep going, and as you pass the Arasek stockyard, you all look out onto it, and you can see a colourful wagon with a sign on the side that reads Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders that is currently being sundered. There are people in it who are pulling things out from the inside. Roderick, you've got a super high passive perception. You do just about make out a short sword of slightly different metal than what you would expect. A little shinier. As well as a big, like, thick leather case with a couple of gold buckles on it. That you don't get to see the insides because you're not out there.
Wait, what's Roderick's passive? 17?
17.
That's also mine.
So you also
So what
see exactly what he sees.
Does that look like the case that had the bones in it?
It does not. No, this looks more like a traveling case. It's very particular to it's Rictavio's style for sure. You can only imagine what is on the inside.
Time to jump out and go get some loot, fellas.
Come on, Rogue. Put me on it.
I mean, it's probably trapped.
We'll brawl.
But you carry on
My wayward son.
out of Valaki. And as you go, the crowd just follows until you leave. And then they just stand and watch you go.
Where was Blinsky? There was no Piccolo?
I wish I knew Fireball.
You didn't see Blinsky.
Oh, Tia pulls out her clockwork duck that she got for him. You just hear her say, "There'll be no more toy makers for the king."
Who knows if he's still alive or not.
Oh,
Meister Burger. Never.
And so you continue.
Well, Blair, we weren't able to stop getting you food, but I think I have a ration or two here. If you,
She's like already ripping into dried meats. What do you have?
oh, I have essentially that you're eating currently. I've got some dried nuts too, if you know, just to.
No, thank you. Hold on to that. I might need it later. She's just ripping into more meat.
You have a healthy appetite there, Blair.
Yes, you could say that. What was dinner like at Strahd's last time?
The
A
only one who
knuckle
knows is Tia.
sandwich.
I mean, you know, it was food. I didn't eat much, honestly. And he did say towards the end of it that you know, his whole game that he was doing is, you know, he was using his foods to fatten us up, as he said, and you know, in case we failed, you know, we would be his dinner.
man, this Strahd is quite a cheeky bastard, is he not?
I just hope he has wine.
He has it.
Oh, I could go for some of that, babushka.
Babushka is not saying anything right now.
Oh, she must be sleepy. She's quite old.
So what's the
Isn't
story
she
there?
dead?
Was what?
Well, what's this whole the babusha, whatever the hell it is you're saying?
Oh, oh yes.
The thing that appeared on that horse earlier.
That is my grandmother, as you would probably say, and my babushka. She was great warrior. She eventually did pass away after she managed to defend one of our under fortresses against a drow onslaught, making sure that troops and retreating civilians could get away. And she did perish. And for reasons I would prefer not to share, I had to leave my home, and I did not feel too great about that. And one day, Babushka just showed up and just did what she could to whip me in shape, as it was ridiculous that someone as I should be moping around, drowning away sorrows and getting in fights and other pointless endeavors, and put me on a path to try to redeem myself. And that's eventually how I wound up here. But she's a capable fighter. I like to think I'm a chip off the old block.
I wish my dead family would appear before me and I could ask them why I was left on the streets as a baby.
Oh, that is unfortunate. My
Well, I found
apologies.
family in a musical troupe.
Oh, that would have been quite a life.
Oh, it was. I haven't seen them in quite some time.
Well, hopefully we can take care of all this curse and nonsense, and you can go visit them sometime.
Well, perhaps.
What about you, Blair? You're from around here, right? Anyone you want to get back to?
Not get back to, but as long as they stay safe. But I wouldn't mind. These people, these lands have been kept here, and horrors have been running amongst them for too long. I'm not saying we'll be able to take Strahd down, but if he was out of the picture, these people could start living better lives. They've been through so much.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sounds like taking down the devil would be quite the quest then. What about you, Tia? You have a litter somewhere to get back to? I've not met many a talking cat before.
That's we don't call ourselves a litter. And no, I'm here for a certain, I guess, artifact of sorts that I'm looking for. As soon as I find it, I am getting out of here. I have no attachment to this place. Or mainly anyone in this place, really. So
Yes,
That's cool.
Gundred. She looks like a cat, but she's not actually a cat.
Oh, what are you?
I am a fae. That's what you call it.
Oh boy.
Never
Does
said two
Kendrick know about
tails.
Faye?
Roll a history check for me.
Alright, that's a 16.
You know Fae are from the Fae realm, and they are tricky. You gotta watch what you do around a Fae.
Whatever you do, if she ever asks for your name, don't like formally ask for your name. Don't tell her.
Oh, I know. I heard they're pretty tricky little beings. What is this artifact you need, Majestic Fae? I do not want to upset you.
Oh, majestic. Oh, you know, it's about time. You know,
I knew this was about to fucking happen.
well,
I get no
Promise
respect.
of respect. But I'm looking for this card of sorts. I guess to you it looks like a playing card, but to me it's something my kind finds valuable. So it just to you it just looks like just a blank white playing card. But to me it looks something different. It could do something even more.
Blank white card. Okay, I will try to keep an eye out for it.
I would appreciate it.
Strange card.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Malin, but when were you left on the streets? What age?
I'm not quite sure. Probably around the age of 4 or 5.
So you knew your parents previously?
Kind of, but I don't really. My memory is kind of fuzzy.
And they chose to leave you there?
I would assume, but could also assume something happened to them. I don't know. I would just like to know.
Yes. Knowing would be good reconciliation. Similar. But I was left in the forest as a newborn.
Aren't we the trio?
Oh, we are fucked.
You don't know your parents either.
My memory of them slipping. I was maybe 5, 6 when I got separated from them. Wound up in the mist.
Far too many families happen this way. Another reason to eradicate the devil.
Tia whispers to Gundrick, do you know who your parents are?
Oh, yes, I had a very loving mama and papa, but
Well, just rub it in, why don't you?
really call them that anymore. I do not have any family anymore. I am not allowed to call them that at this point, as long story short, I disgraced my family, and so I am no longer a part of my clan. I am just Gundrick. Clanless.
Well, it sounds like to me, at least, if they had the nerves to just disown you, I guess they were truly never your family in the first place.
No, I deserved it. I was coward, and that is why I must make up for it. And maybe if I can die with honor or defeat a mighty foe, maybe in their eyes, maybe I can return home. I do miss them so. It has been many years.
So it's like a cultural thing.
Yes, I was in the army, and most of my family was in the army, and I let everyone down, and so I needed to be outcast. It's just how it works down there in the deep kingdoms. No room for failure or cowardice.
Some pretty strict rules.
Yes, well, when you get your brother killed, there is not much mercy to be had.
Well, I'm sure it was an accident. I wasn't there myself, but, stuff like that happens.
Running away from a foe is never an accident. It is a choice, even if it is made out of fear. We are not supposed to run. We are supposed to be the wall that protects the cities from our enemies. And I ran. And my brother paid for it. And then Gundrick will just kind of like sink back into his chair, much less giddy and happy as previously seen, and just kind of sullen.
I'll just start playing a more cheerful tune on my lute.
Yeah.
I might just kind of like, slap my hand on his knee, kind of thing. Like I'm there for you, bud.
A lot of family issues. Just thinks to herself.
Welcome to D&D.
It wouldn't be a D&D party.
They wouldn't be adventurers.
It wouldn't be a D&D party without some dead parents, Gotta have at least two.
I like to believe my parents are healthy, happy, alive out there somewhere.
I'll just tell you guys right now. They left Malin because he was ugly, Blair because she was scary, and
Hey,
Roderick because he
man.
was stinky. That's it. That's just the way it is.
God. Yeah, she's
The DM
literally
has
thinking.
spoken.
Damn, just cut Malin to the fucking quick, why don't you?
She's literally thinking like, Jesus, is everyone here like this?
I grew up in a bell tower.
Little do you know, you all have the same parents, and they just kept trying. They just kept trying with a perfect kid, and they were like, "This one, nah, screw it. This one, terrible." Anyway, I did that in Immortals. Not again.
Do it again.
So you guys travel along the road. You pass by the old bone grinder in its dilapidated now state. Going on by to the large stone buttresses of the western gates of Barovia. Yep. And traveling through, working your way around the cliffside, and over the low bridge, or I guess the high bridge, that leads to Castle Ravenloft. By the time you get there, I'll say it's solid afternoon, like mid-ish afternoon. And as you pull up, as you do, I just realized I haven't been on these maps since you all were last here. So, bye Gar, bye Alara.
Igar, you're dead, idiot.
we'll just put you 3 on there for now, and I'll grab the other 2 tokens in a minute. You pull up into the courtyard.
See nothing.
The
There it
familiar Castle Ravenloft. I don't think that the other 2 can see anything
in the
right
corner.
now.
Oop, baby in the corner.
Hey, last time I was here, I saw a guard get his throat bit.
I just realised
Now he's
I
dead.
don't know if I have a token for Blair.
Probably not.
Oh,
I am Mega
yeah,
Gundrick.
So
may I
you,
ride your shoulders, Gundrick?
so
You can be
Baka,
Minigar for now.
you can pick. Do you want to be Gar, Alarin, or Draugen?
Lauren.
You got it, buddy.
You know, Blair, you remind me of someone that we recently burned.
How many people have you burned?
Just
Mega
one,
Lauren.
Oh,
honestly.
I was there for that.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Give me control of Alarm, quick.
Represents Blair. There you
Want the
go.
corpse in front of me.
The lollipop game.
Okay, as you pull up and the carriage spins around to meet the
That's a
the
drift.
doorway. Yeah, there's sick drift.
Barovian drift.
It's not nighttime. It's still day, and it's not raining either. It was raining the last time that you were here. Now it's just very dark grey clouds, and exceptionally overcast. As you pull up in the doorway, are you all stepping out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
As you all take a moment to step out, whereas previously, Tia, the reception was quite immediate. Now it is not. Now, and it takes you a minute to all climb out of the carriage, but you just kind of stand around for a couple minutes, just waiting and watching to see if something happens before. Go ahead.
So there's usually this guy whose name escapes me. I didn't bother remembering his name. I might think of it later, but you know, there's like a butler of sorts that usually escorted us inside, and I don't know where he is. He was kind of here. Now he's just not.
Speaking of Equa, have I ever actually gotten close to him, or have I...
That's a good question. That's a really good question for you, my dude. Let me see. I want to say, how long have you been in Barovia for?
It was
Remind me.
like 2-3 months.
Probably not.
Okay,
Probably not at this
that'd be
point.
pretty awkward. Like, oh, hey, sorry, I tried to kill you before.
Yeah, I don't think that you've encountered him. But as Tia, as you mentioned this, and you all are kind of standing around for a second, you see that the doors do open. The 2 front doors, and peeking from within, is the sallow face of a dusk elf man. Dressed in nice furs with a big old scar across the front of the forehead. Can I show you his
Yeah, I just want to see that.
his stuff? There it is. Show the players.
Rahadin. Okay, I was
Yeah.
trying with everything in my power to remember his name, and I couldn't.
I had to go find it.
Is there a place for me to tie Red Keep up? I'm not going to leave him attached to this cart, because that cart could just leave at any given moment.
That's a good question. I will say, sure. There's a portcullis out at the
Yeah,
front.
you know what? I'll tie him to the portcullis.
He goes under it, and it just shuts on it.
Wells.
Yeah, do you really want to
Do,
risk that in this old castle?
Huh?
Do you really want to risk that in the old castle? You want to go under the portcullis and tie Red Keep up to that?
No, I mean, is the portcullis closed?
Not currently.
Man, if there ain't a single place in this entire courtyard to tie him to,
There's gotta be a
Other
hitch
choices?
somewhere, right?
But
This is
yeah,
like a
sure. There's
castle.
a hitch. It's right here. Sure.
yeah, I'll tie him up to the hitch.
I know how castles work.
was like, can't we just time to like the front door?
Anyway, you head and time up, and then the door opens, and you see a figure staring back, and he kind of just holds himself kind of pompously there, and he says, "You are early."
Well, I mean, the carriage showed up, so we just hopped in it.
Quite. The master simply wasn't expecting you for another few hours. No problem, though. Please come in.
Do you have wine by any chance?
Yes, we do.
I was gonna ask,
Sweet.
did dusk elves look similar to drow or no?
No, they have kind of paler skin.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna put him right here, so you guys should all be able to see yourselves there, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I prance inward.
Good.
I skip into the castle. Chipper as a bird.
Okay, yeah. It's interesting as you guys. He kind of opens the doors for you, but then keeps walking by. He doesn't hold them up for you. Is anyone getting close to him?
Sure, why not?
Okay. As you get a little closer to him, kind of within 15 to 10 feet, you kind of hear this faint thing in the back of your head. It starts off like this kind of static sound, and then it kind of gets louder and louder, and you begin to hear just scream of, feels like thousands of voices all at once.
Yeah, I'll back away from him.
As you back away, they begin to recede.
Has anyone ever told you that whenever people get close to you, they hear screaming in their heads?
No one's lived long enough to mention it.
Well, Mr. Rahadan, I apparently, as you said, we're a bit early, but I don't think the parchment notes he left us gave a time frame.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It's really no inconvenience. I'm just going to seat you in the dining room for now while I alert the master that you're here.
Oh, thanks.
Sweet.
Gundrick will just kind of lean over and kind of whisper in Malin's ear. That is the fellow I was hunting. What luck! Now him and Strahd are both here.
It's best not to probably bring that up right now. In the presence. Anyway, talk about it later.
As you walk through the doors into this like central octagonal room, and then he leads you down like this way, down here, and kind of stops by this suit of armor, and the doors open next to him. The front ones close as you enter, by the way. And he just beckons into them and says, "Right this way."
Bam, I walk in.
Funny you should say that, Malin.
Yeah.
Go back to where
How
you
do I
were.
die?
As you begin to pass that corridor, another thing in the back of your head. Just a voice. It just says, "You." And that's it.
Oh, shit. You know, Malin feels like this is a long time it's a short time coming, but it's been a long time coming. So yeah, he'll go inside the room. First thing he notices, if there's wine glasses in there, and if they've got wine in it, he's grabbing one.
There are wine glasses in there. No wine in them currently. But as you all filter in... Oh, I missed Roderick. Son of a bitch. Did I miss Roderick?
No, he's
I
just
just don't
still
have,
under the
I don't have
stairs.
control over him.
Oh, he doesn't have control.
Oh.
Still?
Yeah, this must be like my original token or something. Like, there must be like two different versions in this, because this technically was the first episode I was introduced, was when we were here. So I don't think you had said it yet.
Try now.
Yeah, now I can move him.
Okay. Fucking weird. As you all enter into the room, he says, "I'll be right back with wine." and then
Is there food yet?
Yeah, when he leaves, I'm just gonna take the last bit of wine I have left and pour it in this wine glass.
yeah,
And start drinking it.
you do so.
Because I mean, Malin needs a drink at this point. He ain't drank in a minute. That's alcoholism be. And I'm gonna go sit over here without this pipe organ. Why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm investigating the pipe organ, and I'm looking at the musical instruments on the wall, violin or whatever.
Yeah. Roderick, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Not great. Where's my investigation? Oh, okay. It's an 8.
8. You see the pipe organ and a couple of violins on the wall, and the violins have an engraving on them that says S. von Zarovich.
As Tia sees Roderick looking up, she's going to say, you know, he did have his, I guess, double of him. He kept looking up at the violins for some reason. I don't know why.
They say S. von Zarovich on them.
Do I know who that is?
Make a history check.
Also,
And that
is
one.
there-
It's a nat 1. S. von Zarovich is probably Strahd von Zarovich. Actually, no, you don't know. You got no idea with a nat 1. You're like,
I don't know who that could
who
be.
could that be?
Really?
No idea.
You can't make a single guess.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Damn you.
Is,
Von Vetch, von Vegan.
The font's a little weird. You can't quite
I
make it
feel
up.
like it's right there on the tip of my tongue, but
I'm gonna chug my
Uh,
goblet and then just start playing the like most dark and dreary thing possible on this pipe organ.
Is
Sure.
there food on the table already?
No, there's no food on it yet.
Oh, what kind of dinner party is this? No food? Oh, what the
Well, we are
hospitality.
kind of early.
Yes, but you know, when I had dinner parties back down south, we cooked all day. There was always food that could be grabbed. I wonder if I could go find the kitchen.
Blair just has her head down, trying to avoid. Because as soon as Malin goes up to the organ, she's like, just trying to shrinks into herself. But as they were talking about food, she just like puts her hands over his. Stop talking about food, please. I need to try and hold out.
Oh, here, I think I have a couple crackers in my ration if you want.
I won't do anything. Thank you, though. Damn it, I can
Just
do
like-
Jane.
Just the crunch, like the loudest crunch. He doesn't even put the
Even
whole
over the
cracker
organ.
in his mouth. He's like someone who gets a Lay's potato chip and just bites the chip
Bites
in
in
half.
half.
Oh my
Like a
goodness.
psycho.
You guys wait a couple minutes before Rahadin returns with a pretty nice bottle of wine in his hands. And walking in, he kind of leans around all of you and pours a glass for each and every one. And as he gets near all of you, you begin to hear those screams in the back of your head. And then he leaves and they fade away. As he's doing so, he says, "The master sends his apologies to all of you. He was not quite expecting you at this hour. If you recall, the invitation did specify dinner, but it is no problem at all. He will be back within the hour. Until then, he has extended his invitation for the castle to be at your disposal. Although I think you probably remember," he looks towards Tia, "it's best not to explore too far."
Yeah, I think we'll most likely just gonna be sitting right here.
Wonderful. If there is anything else that you need, do
Your
shout.
master wouldn't be upset with me playing his pipe organ, would he?
No, I think not.
Also, Mr. Rahadin, you wouldn't happen to have any hors d'oeuvres, would you?
I shall see if we have any in stock.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
That would be lovely. Just as a passive perception swipe, because I'm not really looking into it, does a 13 give me anything off of the wine for passive perception?
It smells and
Hey.
looks like wine.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, she's not drinking it anyway, because she doesn't, but...
Would she get anything as she sees Gundrick just down it? Throw it back.
You see, for a moment, a faint blush in the cheeks. It's good wine.
Gundrick just
She wasn't going to drink alcohol anyway.
Oh,
Hendrix
Blair, if you're
chugs
not
it
going
and
to
then
drink
throws
that,
it back. He throws.
Throws it back, ass in the air. Yeah.
he starts twerking. He gets on the table, starts twerking. I start playing like pop music.
If you want it, Malin, go ahead.
Oh yes, here. Here's some of my jerky.
It's just
I don't know
pretty
if she'll
good.
eat
in
it.
her mouth.
I just like give it to her, and then I'll grab like I've got 2 goblets, and like I drink mine, and then pour that into mine, and I go back to playing on the pipe organ.
Yeah, Malin.
Roderick, would you have my wine? I don't have an appetite, really.
Here, if
Me
you don't
neither.
want it, I'll take it.
She slides it over.
I know you're not a material playing cat, but do you have opposable thumbs?
You know what? We don't talk about that.
Oh,
I can find ways to grab things pretty easily. But, seeing my experience last time in this place, let's just say my appetite is non-existent.
I wish I could say that.
Malin, as you go and sit down to play on the organ again, the voice returns, and you can feel it. It's not directionless. It has a direction, which is through those doors. And it says, "I desire to speak with you."
Oh, really?
What's
It's
the
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy you should say that. I'm saying this out loud.
Yeah. Blair's like, what are you talking about?
Oh, just a voice that's coming from beyond those doors telling me that it wants to speak with me.
Babushka, are you messing with him?
Unless your grandmother had the manliest voice I could ever imagine, I don't think it's your grandmother.
Well, I did know a few lady dwarves with quite the beard on them and quite the voice too. So you'd be surprised, buddy.
Well, wait, do I recognize this voice? Is it?
No?
Oh, I don't recognize the voice. Okay. Interesting.
So you say that out loud, and it returns, and it's kind of cutting in and out a little bit. It seems like the reception's not great. And it says,
No bars.
"You are not to be harmed by me. I see your tokens, dragon blessed."
Oh shit. Butler man. I'm just gonna say that really loud. Maybe he'll show up. What was his name, Tia?
It's Rahadin, what?
Rahadin.
No, Rahadin.
Rahadin. Ramrod.
How long do you wait before hearing a response?
I don't know, like a good minute. See if he shows up.
Okay, so about 50 seconds in, Rahadin comes back with a small platter of hors d'oeuvres, sure. And he says, "Yes."
Is there a privy anywhere? I seem to be madly drinking this wine, and I suddenly have to piss.
Why don't I consult my memory?
Also, Malin, I think in higher class castles like this, they say I have to wee.
Oh, well, you see, I was raised a street rat. That's so...
Make sure you look down the port before you sit.
Oh, in case a vampire reaches his arm up to the shit pile and grabs my ass.
Exactly.
snake.
Vampire, you'd be lucky.
It's true.
I saw a post today talking about how the lack of bathrooms on D&D maps there are.
Sure.
I think it cited this campaign as one of the few that has bathrooms on the maps.
Oh my god.
Well,
that's
you say
amazing.
that. I'm not really seeing any specific bathrooms. I will say this. He looks back to you, Malin, and he says, "Yes, if you would like, I can accompany you to the bath chamber by the king's bedchamber."
Sure.
Just so you know where it is. And he, you follow him. He takes you out of this, the dining room that you're in, into that area, and then now I gotta freaking find it.
Reveal it to me, big dog.
Okay, let me think here. There's a staircase there.
Yeah. Do you think vampires need to use the bathroom?
I mean, they're dead, so I'm going to say no.
If all they do is drink blood, like, how does that work?
Well, you see, this brings me back to a story I once heard on something we call in the Feywild Discord, where there was talk of life energy and whatnot. Regardless, I don't know too much about it, so.
Why did you have to bring that conversation back up?
Okay, I just remembered. Well, if anything, I think they probably just have their runs. They don't have any solid food to absorb all the nutrients.
They poop out solid iron.
I'll leave that
Just
imagination
blood,
to you.
blood blocks.
Ingots.
What are
It's,
those?
it's ingots of iron bars just come out of their ass.
Okay.
Where do you think they get all the weapons from? Man, this sword smells like shit. What was it made out of?
Yes.
No, I don't think that's the way. Okay, so we're gonna go in the best way that we can, the quickest way that we can, over to the thing. So this is what we do.
Story of a girl.
I'm just gonna make sure that that is not gonna kill you. Sure, it's just not there right now. Okay, so here's where you go, Malin.
Where do
Ready
I
for
go?
this? He takes you over here. Right.
Oh,
And it's at this point that you can hear the voice. It's kind of creeping you down that staircase is where it's pulling you. But instead, you follow Rahadan up.
giving the old 1-2.
You
Stab him in the back of the head. No, I'm kidding.
That's my boy.
he takes you
Deny
to
Gundrick his honor.
the next floor, and then the next floor up. Yep.
Oh, I'm up 2 floors. Okay.
You better hope it's not an emergency.
You are. You do. You are up 2 floors.
Yeah, you gotta go up 2 floors. You're just shitting yourself the entire way up there.
Right here.
You better not have Taco Bell before you come to this place.
Oh, I could go for some Taco
Have you
Bell
ever
right
tried
now,
to
dude.
run up 4
Taco
sets
Bell
of
sounds
stairs while
pretty good.
keeping everything closed? Whew. A lot
Out of
of
curiosity,
muscles.
what do you get at Taco Bell being a vegetarian?
Dude, there's so much at Taco Bell. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
they do.
Yeah,
They
they
do
got
a lot of
Nachos
bean
without
stuff.
meat. Yeah.
I don't go to Taco Bell, so I don't know.
They have like black bean substitutes.
You can get
Substitutes.
like potato stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of Taco Bell.
That black bean crunch wrap is actually pretty good. Like,
I
it's
get
kinda like
cheesy gordita crunches, dude. Minus the beef and sub in potato. Potato's lit.
potato.
Love it.
All right,
Okay.
Taco Bell. If you want to talk any more about your stuff, you got sponsors, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Yo,
takes
Taco
you.
Bell, hit me up.
He takes you down this hallway that has 2 alcoves right there. Those alcoves they're kind of you don't have dark vision,
Yeah,
and he is not lighting up the area. So if you are to follow
I will
him,
light the area up myself.
got you. So you see at the end of the door, and at the end of the hallway, there's a door, very delicately engraved steel, with intricate details on it, which does actually kind of shine with a light of its own, just ever so faintly. And then flanking it, there are 2 like shadowed alcoves with figures in each of them that are kind of just dark and vaguely man-shaped. He opens that door up, and you look in this next room. Here you are.
Ugh.
Right
Does not
there.
look like the privy.
This is filled with dust, and has kind of like a pretty strong smell of decay. There's a long oak table in the middle of this room, which is laid and set, but that has dust on it too. In the center of the table, a large tiered cake leans heavily to one side. The once white frosting has turned green with age. A bunch of cobwebs hanging around this room, including down the sides of that cake, as well as a single doll figure of a well-dressed woman adorning the crest. Suspended above is a chandelier shrouded in webs, and a window to the south wall covered in drapes. Speaking of, there is a wooden stand by that window, and residing inside that is a old and dusty lute.
Ooh.
And next to that, in one of the corners, is a tall harp. But he just pulls you straight through into the next room, which is a very nice looking study. Most of our players will remember this room. You will not, Malin, because you weren't here.
Man, this guy's taking me on the fucking tour, dude. I just gotta pee.
Yeah, well, there are no freaking bathrooms anywhere. You see a beautiful rug and table and chairs and stuff, and there are bookshelves, and there's a big fireplace. It's very nice. Then he leads you through those double doors, and you see inside of there what appears to be a bedchamber. This bedchamber once had a deck of cards that were being stacked by a young girl by the bed. But no more.
But they're no longer there.
They are no longer there, and you don't know that.
It's like they never existed.
Pretty much, yep. So he takes you into here, which is just a very nice bedroom, and then, finally, you get down to the bottom part, which is a bathroom. Right there.
Oh, that's a bloody bathtub.
I'm gonna drag you down right there.
Oh.
Yep.
What the hell? He could have just brought me through that other door, dog.
I wasn't looking at that. I wasn't looking there, so I don't know what you're talking about.
He's gonna show me where Strahd's gonna dick me down later.
This has, sure is, red curtains hanging in archways at both ends of the wall, and between them is a large ornate iron tub with clawed feet, and that is full of blood.
Oh, well, that's something you don't see every day.
Well, I should be waiting outside, or would you like to find your own way back?
I'm sure I could find my own way. By the way, does that door right there lead to that room we were just in?
It does, but it is locked currently.
Oh, well, that makes sense why we took the scenic route.
Do go around the long way and do not touch anything. Should you
I
want
will
to keep
not touch
your
anything.
mortality. Good. Then I shall leave you to it. Goodbye. And he just leaves.
I'm gonna wait like a good 2 minutes and then I'm gonna leave. I guess I'll piss while I'm here, but
Sure, there's a pot for that
In
somewhere.
the tub? Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna pee in the bloody bathtub. No,
Yes.
I'm not doing that.
Do it.
I
Strahd
peed
goes
in
to take a
the
nap
E
later.
man.
This blood tastes a little salty for some reason.
Then I can tell it's like I am inside of you right
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be inside you pretty soon.
now. Oh yeah, that's true.
So, Malin, you go ahead and leave.
Yeah. I don't touch anything. I know you want me to grab that loot. I'm not doing it.
Probably for the best, let's be honest.
What about the harp though?
No, my luck.
Harp.
No, my luck, this was like a yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, you leave.
Why did you come up here?
Dude, I was just trying to find a bathroom so I could leave. Like Whatever,
really
man.
had to go to the bathroom, man.
Yeah, I had to piss, dude. I've been holding it from that carriage ride. I mean, you took forever in the church, and I just didn't want to piss in the street, you know?
He is dedicated to the immersion and roleplay, guys.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay, I go downstairs, and I go all the way downstairs.
Okay, so I'm just going to drag you back down to the regular map,
Yeah.
which is this one right here. There he is. Boop. And there you are. And you're going down the stairs.
Yeah. Let's see what
Okay.
happens. Maybe I'll die.
Let me just copy your token real quick.
I'm level 5 now, baby. Nothing can kill me.
You sure better hope so.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll 1v1 Strahd right now. I'll use nothing but silvery barbs.
So
Silvery barbs.
you see yourself at a long hallway. Let me just reveal the staircase because I'm finicky like that. Excuse me, I can't see my stuff.
Fennekin.
That's me.
You know, I keep forgetting I have this, and I probably should have done it earlier, but, you know, we'll see what happens.
Shimmy sha. Okay. Yeah, it's a hallway.
Cool. I go down the hallway.
There's nothing special about the hallway.
Is that voice still talking to me?
Yes, as you come down this staircase and start walking down the hallway, it says, "Good, you are going the right way."
Yeah, by the way, who the hell are you?
You will
You don't
see.
sound like Strahd.
I am not.
Are you the tree man that Drogden talked about?
I do not know a tree man. Or a Dragden.
Oh. Is your name Groot?
So you zip down here, and you open that door, and inside this door... What's your light source, by the way?
I mean, if there were... you know what? We'll say I took one of the freaking torches or whatever that was up there.
You touch something?
Oh,
Not the one in the room! Because
I'm gonna give you...
if there was like a torch hanging on a wall or whatever, as I
fire
was going
elemental
downstairs,
comes out of the
you know,
torch.
yeah, I shit out a fire elemental.
So
Let's pull
you...
out a torch and light it. I've got
Sure.
a torch, so.
You open the door to see a hallway. This hallway stands in silence. Heavy beams on the ceiling, which is about 10 foot high. A gentle layer of fog clinging to the floor, which obscures everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. And as you enter into this room, you watch the ceiling, and you see a shadow kind of lurch across it as you begin to hear a figure like shuffling down the corridor in your direction.
Okay, so is that you running around?
No, but he is harmless.
Right.
You... What do you do?
I guess I keep going, man.
You keep going, you don't wait?
Huh?
Do you wait for the figure, or do you just keep going to where you think you're going to go?
Well, I mean, I'm
Oh, look at these jokes.
just gonna keep going straight, I guess.
Okay, am I... Oh, I didn't drag you down to the right freaking map.
Nah, dude, I don't see shit.
Why didn't anyone tell me, dude?
I thought it was the whole
We didn't
theater of the
know.
mind thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there are maps
We're
for
not the
everything
DM,
in
I
this,
don't know.
in this crap. Okay, so the voice is calling you into those double doors.
I go into the double doors.
You go into the double doors.
Like, head first, dude.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Fear of annihilation.
scratching my brash-infested butt.
You walk in here and you see dark stains covering the floor of this area. Large oak tables that are scarred and beaten, kind of lay scattered around the room, splintered and crushed. And replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones.
That's freaky.
The walls and the 20-foot-high vaulted ceiling are a sickly yellow color, not because of faded or time-worn plaster, but because they are adorned with bones and skulls arranged in a morbidly decorative fashion, giving the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary, and garlands of skulls extend from the mounds to a chandelier of bones that hangs from the ceiling above a long table constructed of bones in the center of the room. 10 chairs made of bones and festooned with decorative skulls surround the table, resting atop which is an ornate, bowl-shaped vessel made of yet more bones. The doors to the north and south are sheathed in, you guessed it, bones, but the steel-banded double doors in the center of the east wall are not. And the thing that you note almost instantly as you enter into this
these
room
people really like bones.
is the skull of something on the east wall. You look towards it. No nature check required for you, because you have dealt with these creatures before. You recognize the skull of a dragon.
Oh, what kind of dragon?
Roll a nature check. You'll have to roll
See,
pretty high.
you lied. You lied to me.
About what?
You said I wouldn't need to roll a nature check.
Well, this is to deduce the kind of dragon, which is a different
Is
thing.
it a nature? Well, it's an 18 if it's a nature. I only got +1 on nature.
18. Yeah, it's difficult to tell what kind of
What about
dragon it is
history?
without seeing the...
What about acrobatics? Can I use my acrobatics?
You can use history if you want to. What does it bring the
Okay.
total up to?
It would bring it up to just a flat 20.
Flat 20. Yeah, you still...
Damn.
You gather it's probably a metallic dragon.
Can I use persuasion?
No.
Persuading the skull to tell me what it belonged to.
Yeah, you look up at it and you don't see the mouth move at all, but you hear it talking to you. It says, "So, you are who I sensed."
Well, now that I have a feeling you're probably the what remains of a dead dragon, you probably detected the 2 scales I have.
I am, and I did. You are a friend of dragons, no?
I mean, I guess it kind of depends on the dragon. What kind of dragon are you?
I
Why
was
in the
a
hell are there
silver
bones
dragon.
everywhere?
This room was an offering to Strahd from his servant, Cyrus Bellevue. He is who is lurking these halls behind you.
So, you say he's, like, not dangerous, but, isn't he just going to tell Strahd I went snooping around his castle?
Strahd will not care.
Interesting. Was that something you needed? Because this is really creeping me it's creeping me out a little.
Yes, although I fear you cannot accomplish this task now. My name is Argynvost, and I have a mansion here in Barovia. It used to house an order of paladins, the Order of the Silver Dragon. Strahd turned them against themselves, and now all that is left is ruin. And the rest of my body, I wish to be returned to it.
So you just want to, be laid to rest, essentially.
Yes, something like that.
I feel like it's going to be kind of difficult to carry a dragon's skull out of here without being noticed.
I agree. You brought friends, did you not?
Yes, I did. They're upstairs. One of them's madly hungry. I'm not exactly sure what her deal is, but yes, I've got some friends upstairs waiting on Strahd.
Try asking them. Maybe they can help you lift me out of here in secret.
I bet Tia could probably lift you.
Tia. Sounds like the name of a warrior.
Yes, you could say that.
If you cannot accomplish this task today, I understand. But the sooner you do, the better for you.
How's it? What?
I will grant a boon, should you return my skull to my body.
Is it the wish spell? Because I would really love to wish I never walked through that fog.
No, it is not.
Damn. Alright, I'll give it the old college try, I guess.
At this point, you feel the doors behind you, the handle begin to turn, and a figure step through. Poking its head through, you see a humanoid-ish man, about 4 feet 9 inches tall, maybe at most. But he's appearing shorter because of very hunched posture. As you turn to look at him, you see the left side of his face is covered with lizard scales. Ears of a large black cat. Left foot looking kind of like a duck's, and his arms have patches of like black canine fur. Holding up a lantern, you see this amalgamation man step through and kind of look back up to you with this kind of crooked and furrowed brow, and he says, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, I just thought I'd go for a little walk. Dear God, the gods had fun putting you together, didn't they?
No. I don't think you're supposed to be down here.
You're probably right.
So, you need help?
Yeah, I seem to have kind of gotten lost. I can't see very well in the dark, which
Okay.
is why I have this torch. But, yeah, I don't know what this room is, but it is giving me the fucking creeps.
Oh, I made this room.
That for some reason I'm not really surprised.
I thought it was quite nice.
It's good craftsmanship, don't get me wrong. It's just, it requires a very niche taste.
Alright. So,
Anyway, can you show me how to get out of here?
yeah.
Yeah, will you lead the way?
Yeah, alright, come on. And he turns and leaves. This figure, as he's going,
I swear if there's artwork on this guy, I don't want to see it. Oh my God.
he says, "So, you staying in the bedroom, or?"
That's kind of a weird thing to ask someone, I'm not going to lie.
We need to bring him with us. We need to steal him and bring him with us.
Yes.
Okay, so...
I would assume I'm staying in a bedroom, but right now I'm just trying to find out how to get back to the dining hall. I think I might have went down one floor too many when I left the bathroom.
Why? It's not dinner time.
Well, we were invited by Strahd for dinner. We got here early.
Oh, there's a we.
Best to leave the details short.
Why?
Because I don't know you, good sir.
Oh, sorry. My name is Cyrus.
Cyrus. I'm
Yeah,
Malin.
Malin.
See, now we're getting somewhere. We're building a rapport now, as one would call it.
Okay. Well, here's the dining room. As he kind of like shuffles you up the stairs, and then you're in that hallway that you were in previously.
Oh, well, thank you, Cyrus. Yeah, good luck in all of your endeavors.
Yeah, thanks.
I just leave.
Okay. Bye.
I walk through the doors. I just look at everyone, and you just go back, sit back in the fucking
Yeah,
board again.
What have you guys been
Come out
doing?
right, eh?
Did he
That
leave
was
the
a
hors d'oeuvres
mighty
hors d'oeuvres here?
piss, Malin.
Well, there's a lot of
Oh.
stuff going on. What?
That was a mighty piss, Malin. You felt like you were gone for quite some time.
Well,
Are you sure you're alright?
one thing led to another, and sometimes when you feel like you have to pee, it turns into something else.
Oh, I remember being young too.
How old are you?
I am. Oh yeah, I'm only about 85, so I still got some years.
I feel like, based on how long your species lives, we might be about the same age.
Oh yeah, it'd probably be what? Human years, like my 30s or something?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, he's just got this weird, confused look on his face.
Oh, who is this Cyrus person we heard you saying goodbye to?
I wave my hand like, like Ben Kenobi.
This is not the Malin you're looking for.
Oh, it's just someone I bumped into on my way back. Interesting fellow.
Well, you missed out on some great hors d'oeuvres as Gundrick sticks one last one in his mouth.
You know, based on what I've seen today, I feel like I've lost some of my appetite.
Oh, good, because I ate yours already. We were gonna save it, but you were.
Oh,
taking
that's
so
fine. You gave me a wine and everything, so.
Yeah, speaking of, did you guys
Speaking of
want to do
which-
anything while he
yeah.
was gone? Or did you just hang out?
Would there be any strategizing, or would everyone be like too worried that Strahd was listening somehow?
Yeah, Blair is on her best behavior right now.
I don't even know what Strahd has us here for, so it's like I would I guess I would just ask Blair like a couple questions like, so where do you come from?
I lived with my nana in what's the word, cottage outside of Barovia, the town proper.
Insight check.
Okay.
It's not great. Unless I have a good. Oh, I do have a good insight. So that's a 14 magical number.
She's telling you it straight.
Ah, a nice comfy life in the wilderness then.
No, not comfy at all. We were fighting off monsters constantly.
Oh yes, the woods are a little bit different out here. That makes sense.
I
Did you
was
say-
lucky- Oh, go ahead.
Did you say you lived with your nana outside the
Outside of the
mist?
town of Barovia, not like the,
Oh,
the
gotcha. Okay.
land.
That makes
we
more
know
sense.
as
That's why I was
Barovia.
confused.
That's how
'cause I
this
was like-
works, right? It's Barovia's a town, and then the whole area is also Barovia.
Yeah.
It's like New York and New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was-
she meant. Was like in a
Okay,
cottage
that's why I
outside
said
of the town.
inside check because you
Yep,
have
yep.
a Barovian accent. That's what I
Yeah.
learned earlier.
That's true.
No, it wasn't comfortable. I got lucky that my nana went to investigate the day I was born, or I would have been dead instantly.
Oh yeah, so why would people leave a little baby in the woods or a little kid?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, so it's not like a weird tradition around here?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's pretty messed up. Do you have memories of your parents at all?
I was found with my own afterbirth. No, I do not.
Oh,
Like I was
my.
born in the forest.
oh, that okay. Wow.
And
Good on your
it-
nana.
Was this Nana who found you?
Yes, she found me. She was
She-
just living alone up till that point.
Lived
We aren't
alone.
related.
Right.
Just a very kind person who also a little crazy got in the woods. But
Is she-
again, who isn't?
Is she
Well-
okay by herself out in the woods?
Yes, she fought off the monsters until I was old enough to do so. And still
Oh.
is pretty strong herself. She's for the most part smart about it. Boards up the
And-
house if she needs. If she can fight them off, she does.
What made you leave there?
Safety for her.
Things we should tread carefully on while we're here. Subject matters.
I guess I won't bring up that I should try to kill him. If we're not all going to be in it, it won't be worth it, and I'll just die.
Yeah, no.
I would
that's-
appreciate that.
We're not doing that.
I'll get him next time.
It's about this time that all of you hear the heavy slam of the large doors at the front of the castle. And some conversation rapidly follows, although it's hard to make out the details from where you are with the closed doors. Those of you
I
who
would
are
just
familiar will pick up the voices of Strahd and Rahaden.
I would just like to point out before he walks in here, Gundrick is like leaned back in the chair, feet kind of kicked up on the corner of the table.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm playing the pipe organ. We're just, this is our house now, bitch.
Sure, yeah.
I'm pissing in the corner, and I'm kidding.
You just went. Once you-
Hold it for
Of
5
course, I
minutes!
I'll turn this
Once you
castle
break the
around.
seal.
Yeah, once you break the seal, it just keeps coming, man.
And it all started with Roderick getting drunk and twerking.
Gundrick.
I'm like,
Was
oh,
that- I thought that was right.
Roderick
Oh,
twerking.
God, you guys. Okay, a couple minutes later, and Rahaden enters alone. And he says, "Good news for you, my guests. The master is fast approaching. He's just getting ready. I shall prepare the food to be brought up now. I hope you are," looks to Blair, "hungry."
Very much so.
Yeah, I could eat for sure.
As he kind of begins to bow and then leans back up and notices Gundrick's feet on the table and goes, and leaves, closing the doors behind
What?
him.
It's a sign of courtesy where I'm from.
See, that's where you're from. You know, usually around in other parts we don't put our feet on it, and then she looks at her paws, and then she just stops. So
Blair's
Hey, That cuts your tongue?
She hates cat puns. Don't do it.
wow.
Oh, you fucked up now.
she was just going to pretend she didn't hear that, but you're getting a very nasty glare.
Blair will lean to Gundrick and just stay out of my way when the food gets here. Keep your hands to yourself.
You know,
Oh, well-
Gundrick, the last person who tried to, like, keep calling her a cat was a kid that she voted to not bring back from the dead.
But mind you, this kid was also getting brought back into a world where, you know, ruled by vampires, you know, stuck in a town that, you know, hates him, that's probably trying to kill him.
Eco, what do I know about? Do I know the cycle of life and death in Barovia?
Yeah, I think you would, yeah.
You don't know.
Who don't know what?
Death would not be an escape for him. Any who die here are reborn into a new vessel.
Oh, really?
Oh shit, you mean Lauren's coming back?
I don't know how it works with those from out of town.
Oh, he's going to be pissed when he learns what I did.
Is that the way it works?
He won't remember you.
Oh, thank goodness.
if he does come back.
Do they come back in like an animal or something? How does that work?
I think people.
Where do the new bodies come from?
Well, when a mommy and a daddy really love one another,
I'm like pointing
Oh.
to Malin.
The
You mean no
doors
one is
open again, and plates of
when
food.
Malin's giving the sex talk.
Yeah. Plates of food begin floating in serverless. As Rahadin just stands there, just watching them all go. You see like plates of large cooked birds and a lot of meat. The occasional root vegetable is prepared as well, along with more wine is presented.
Oh yeah, give me that. I'll just grab one of the bottles.
He bows and then leaves again, leaving the doors open, and but 45 seconds later, you see the familiar visage of Strahd begin walking through and into the room. As he does so, you hear him say, "My deepest apologies to all of you. I was not expecting you so early. Of course, this is no excuse. My invitation did extend for whatever time you saw fit. I was just a little caught up in something. Please, dig in if you would like." As he walks around and sits down, kind of before he does so, looking back at the pipe organ. "I heard you playing. Your musical aptitude is impressive, Malin."
Oh, well, thank you. I can pretty much play any instrument.
Well, I would like to hear more someday, potentially. If there are any formalities that you would all like to wish upon me, please do so. I would like to make tonight's evening relaxed. And I assure you this time, looks back towards Tia, there will be no task or quest required of you tonight. You are free to eat, dine, relax, and then leave at your own appeal.
Oh, Strahd, I was just wondering, you know, with your fine raiments and whatnot, do you perchance have a tailor in the castle?
I do not. Rahadin does a fair job where he can, but no, my garb is mostly, well, it's centuries old.
Wow, that is some high quality stuff then, that it still exists.
Well, it has to be to get all of the blood stains out.
Oh, yes. Oh, laundry. And he's gonna just like shove a roll in his mouth.
Why?
Why
Why
what?
did you attack the church?
Oh, well, you should know, Roderick. Your little order of people, you know, they're not the biggest pain in my side, but they have been thorns for quite some time. In addition, I was aware that Irina was staying there, and I was not fully aware of her whereabouts when I attacked the chapel. Part of my hope was that she was still there. She of course was not, and for this you have scored somewhat of a success, I would say.
Why'd you have to kill them?
Did they not all belong to your little order of people? Were they not all tasked with killing me? With destroying the monsters in this place?
The monsters. But you directly. We wouldn't be so foolish.
This is fair, Roderick, but Your people, they were growing stronger. You have been growing stronger, which I will get to you all in a moment. But I could not leave this loose end unchecked. Plus, if I am being totally honest with you, I have been waiting to get into that church for a long time. The blood of holy people tastes a little sweeter than those of non-holy people.
You know, my
Oh,
sword,
shit.
I mean, my hand just tightens on my sword hilt.
Arthur hand Titan gif. While there's a lull in this very serious conversation, as soon as food is brought in, could I have done a perception check on it? I know it's like the devil Barovia, and I'm just
Yeah.
trying to see how up and up it is.
You can do a medicine check to see if it's poison or something.
Well, I would like shit. So her hunger is getting to her. What kind of food is brought out?
It's a bunch of, it's mostly meats, like roasted duck and chicken and all that kind of crap, poultry basically.
The
All
closest
rare.
full like chicken or duck she would have grabbed right away and like just torn the leg off and gone into it. She's been eating this entire time at this point.
Sure, yeah. He kind of looks over to you. Quite the appetite on this one.
Yes, thank you for the food. It's I haven't had anything like this for a long time.
Oh, it's my pleasure. As I'm sure you are aware, I do not eat this, so the more for you. Tell me, before we get too into basics, the monster hunters, where are they?
You speak of Rick Tavio.
Van Richten and Miss Davenir, yes.
We met them in Valaki. Then they said they had something to do when the cart came for us. Let's see.
He's kind of looking at you as you're explaining, and then kind of looks over at each and every one of you for a second. Before his eyes, I'm gonna say,
Damn it.
I think I'm gonna say they're gonna rest on Gundrick.
Because technically, the truth is we don't know.
Yeah, he kind of looks to you, Gundrick, and you can see his gaze kind of meeting yours, and his eyes flash yellow for a second. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Oh, geez, I only have +1s in those. Oh, pretty good. All right, so that's an 18.
18, you succeed. You feel the charm of Strahd begin to take hold in the back of your mind, but you just kind of shrug yourself out of it.
Oh, Strahd Vanzarovich, you've given me a funny look there. You okay?
A pity. Well, I appreciate your, shall we say, honesty on this matter. You did not leave them with Miss Goliana, so I am assuming they are somewhere in this castle. And he kind of clears his throat for a second. And you watch as the doors open up and Rahadin comes in once more and walks over to Strahd. Kind of leans over and whispers something in his ear. Tia and Roderick, you kind of pick it up. As he says to Rahadin, he says, "Find our unwanted guests and invite them here. There is no point in them running around, getting themselves into harm when they could be enjoying their time." And Rahadin kind of nods and leaves. So, to the crux of the matter then. I must admit, I am disappointed in you. And kind of looks over to the surviving members of the party.
Oh.
Now for you, Mr. Gundrick and Miss I'm sorry, what was your name?
Blair.
Miss
She's
Blair.
moved on to a duck at this point, but is like eating like a normal person now.
Mhm. You have done nothing wrong, technically speaking, and I harbor no ill will towards either of you. The other three, you have been failing quite miserably, have you not?
Well, I mean, technically, because of our failure in Valaki, you were able to go in and kind of decimate the place.
It was not my purpose to decimate the whole town. But the church, yes. I had my eye on this place for a long time. All you had to do was secure these bones, return them to your father Lucian, and I would have been prevented from entering into the church. And your quarry would still be alive and kicking. No?
Well,
Let's-
when you say it that way, you make it sound so easy. You
Oh,
know,
I
there's-
am aware that you tried your hardest, but clearly your hardest was not good enough, was it?
You know, we
dear?
would have succeeded if the gods wasn't stupid.
Melin, where were you in your assault on the coffin maker's shop? What were you doing?
Yes, about that. Possibly trying to help rescue a man that the burgomaster had wrongfully detained.
But you were not with them.
I
in
didn't
the-
even know that's where they were going.
Did your friend Roderick not inform you of the severity that these bones must be replaced in the church? No?
Oh, he did. He just didn't tell me when he was going to do it.
Well then.
You told us to not speak to you for
Fair
24
point.
hours.
Fair point. Look, Strahd, it was a shit plan.
I am aware. And before this, what are you doing about this hag that is terrorizing each and every one of you? I see that our cat friend has not had a night's sleep, at least not a good one.
It's
Is there
not-
something?
that
Oh,
better?
sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Is there something you want from us, Strahd?
Yes, there is. I'm glad you asked. I would like to see improvements. I am looking for someone who is strong, strong-willed, capable. You just blew the chest out of your friend because you thought that there was a chance he might turn. I
You know, there's
appreciate
one
your
plan that
efforts.
succeeded, and it was breaking Roderick out of town, although I kind of had to impersonate you to do it.
I was quite flattered to hear of this. A good use of your resources, yes? However, it did backfire in the end. Look, I am looking for someone to supplant me here. I know that few of you are willing at this time. I respect this. Minds can be changed. Yes? However, although a person's opinion can, I cannot morph you into someone who is capable and worthy to receive my throne.
What does that entail? What type of person do you see fit to sit your throne?
Someone who is intelligent. Someone who is ruthless in playing the game. Who does not sacrifice their soldiers just because they suspect that something might be wrong. And someone who is powerful. Now don't get me wrong, I have been witnessing you grow in your power, and for this, it's a steady battle. But you are not tying up your loose ends like you should be. And I must admit, I am growing tired of watching you fail. So I have a proposition for you. Think of it as a way to prove yourselves worthy again. First of all, I'm going to send you on a quest. Does not have to be today. When you do this quest, I suggest you leave one of your party with the young Miss Coleana, so she's not in the protection of a feeble boy who lost your bones in the first place. If you think about it, Roderick, the death of Father Lucian, of the altar boy Yeska, and all the other people who were in your order can be traced back to him, because he wanted a few coppers for food. So when you do this, leave a person with young Miss Goliana. If not, I will simply take her myself. In fact, the only reason I did not today is because I so desired to speak with you. Next, the quest at hand. Who here has heard of the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok?
Who here has heard of that?
Everyone roll a history check.
Will the die be good
Do
to me?
natives get advantage?
Nope.
Yeah,
This makes no sense because I have a like 8 or a 15, 16, 17,
I rolled
18,
exact
and I have
same
no idea about Barovia.
I rolled an 18 as well.
I got a
didn't
nat
have
1,
a
which
9.
perfectly makes sense.
Okay, so Roderick and Malin, you have heard of the Mad Mage Mount Baratok. Malin, you've heard of it from the Vistani.
Oh, that makes sense.
He was mentioned in a story when you first met them. A mage that did a battle with Strahd, who threw himself off of a waterfall and wound up going mad. Roderick, you've heard a similar story.
Yeah, threw himself off of a waterfall after doing battle with you, yes.
Yes, very good. He was not an equal, but a powerful foe nonetheless. I think that this man will prove to be an adequate challenge for 4 of you to deal with. I would like you to travel to Mount Baratok. Bring me his head, and in return, we will continue playing this game. I will not attack you where you walk. I will allow you to have your certain privileges when it comes to Miss Coleana. You may continue on this road, and maybe one day one of you may earn your place as my successor. Fail to do this, and you become regular Barovian citizens. Stray too far from the path, who knows what is lurking for you. When it comes to Miss Goliana, I will not hold back anymore. You may expect a visit from me the next day. And should you defy me in any way, oppose me in any way, mimic me again, then the same privilege will be granted. A quick death. Do we have a deal on this?
Well, hold on now. Is this mad mage a bad person? Does he deserve to die?
He opposed me, so yes, he does.
On that 18, do I know anything like specific about him? Any?
He appeared one day, and he went to fight Strahd, and the battle happened, and now he wanders around the Baratok Mountains. No one really sees him. You do remember part of the story where he cast lightning towards Strahd. But I mean, the details, as with any story, are kind of loosey-goosey.
Gundrick will just look at the original members back and forth.
Do we really have a choice?
Yes,
Well,
you
I
do.
mean, is there a time frame on this one, or?
Shall we say tomorrow? I will expect the head at this castle the morning after.
And if we say no,
Then I will let you return to your little tower. And the following day, I suggest you fortify yourselves, because I will be coming for Arena.
Now here's a question for you, Strahd. If we prove ourselves worthy, as you put it, would you perchance be willing to accept a duel?
You psychopath.
Make a
You can
persuasion
gain
check.
that by just not doing the quest.
Yeah, you can do it right fucking now at the dinner table.
All right, let's see. All right, that's
You'd
up.
stand a
Oh my
much
God,
better chance if you just attack him
that's-
right now.
Yeah, because then everybody's getting involved.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Yeah. My dear dwarvish friend, you have not wronged me. In fact, it is my belief you did exactly as I asked. For you, you have not proven yourself unworthy yet. You are simply not worthy yet. So if you would like a duel, anytime you desire.
Then it is something to look forward to.
This man's trying to get killed in first session.
Yeah,
Kind
he,
of looking to the group, inquiring. Or hold on.
perhaps could we have a minute to discuss it? Some of these folk here we've just met the other day. Earlier today, actually.
Yes, this was this morning.
of course, you can. I will leave the room to you. After all, I would like to see if I can find our friends, yes? I will return in a number of minutes. And he kind of walks behind Malin and Gundrick, and as he does so, the three of you on the top row, you can see that wall of mirrors on the south side, and you can't see his reflection, you can only see the back of their heads. And he leaves.
So, Tia Malin, you've done this before. What do you say?
We do not have much of a choice. That is what I'm saying.
It's
That's
either
amazing.
die first thing in the morning or go do the quest.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Also, if this person really is a foe to Strahd, I mean, if we find them, what's to say they did not help us? Yes?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, now let's calm down with that. They did say he was mad. Usually when a person goes mad, they're not in a right mind.
That's possible as well.
Maybe he's
He also
mad
didn't
for
s-
justice against
Yep.
Strahd.
He also didn't seem to win the first time, and Strahd did say if we oppose him, we're dead.
Not of death.
But did that guy have 4 other people to help him?
No, but when he lost, he decided to throw himself off of a waterfall.
Well, I
Not
would
to
be
mention
very upset
Strahd-
too.
Strahd threw you like a doll the other day.
Well, yes, but if I just get some more weights, I can build some muscle mass, and I think I'll be better.
You do know that working out takes a long time to really show any signs of gains, which is why I don't even do it. That's why I'm scrawny, because it takes too long.
I'm small, so the muscle has less area to travel.
I'm not sure if that's how biology technically works, but
You've been in Barovia for a few months, and you've still not been broken. You still have so much hope.
Well,
I don't know to pity you or to revel in it.
yeah, I've been here only a couple of weeks, and I fucking hate this place.
you just need a proper goal in mind.
Right now, my goal is to get out.
Well, that should uplift you. I mean, look at that. If you help this guy, we find him, take out the big bad, and then you can leave.
Again, you make
Right,
this
it
sound-
should uplift me, although it seems like most people I travel with die.
There's a chance that if he's cursed or something causing his madness, I could undo it.
Okay, but he still lost.
No. Also, in the off chance that, yes, he's mad or he's cursed or something, and you can't get rid of the curse, and he really is a danger to society, I mean, we would be helping people to take him out if that was the case as well. So, we can talk.
Part of me wonders if Strahd wants him dead, because he might fear him in some fashion.
Yes, so that's
We should
why
at least try to learn what he knows if we can.
Of course, yes. Try to ally him, and hopefully that'll work out. And if not, well, you know, do the. He like picks up his hammer, shakes it a little bit, puts it back down.
Or we can go and we can do Strahd's bidding.
No, not the first option. That's just the backup if he is threatening the people of Barovia and everything. I would love it if he was an ally. That would be perfect.
Again, I just fail to see someone being an ally when their title is the Mad whatever.
We can cure them of the madness.
You're assuming we can.
Right, and if it doesn't work, Strahd has his way.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a lead, if anything. Perhaps he can impart some insight on us about his previous battle. Any more weaknesses against Strahd we know, the better, yes?
Do you wish to leave here, Tio?
Until I find something, then yes, I would.
What are you looking for? You mentioned a card.
Yep, a blank white card that I still can't seem to find. It's here though.
Once
I
you
feel
have
it.
it, can you leave?
It's complicated. I haven't really tested it out because, you know, as soon as I do, then I'm just gone. So it's fairly complicated. It's a whole bunch of phase stuff. Again, when I try to explain it to people, it gets all messy. But it's really important that I find it. And if it's something I need, then good. But you know, if I don't, that's still fine. It means I don't have to come back here. I'd rather not leave something up in the air and just left wondering, was that the thing I really needed to help me?
Oh, you
So-
mean here, as in the castle?
Oh, in a castle? No, I
Oh,
have no
okay.
clue. I
Sorry.
have no clue.
Wait, so if you found this card and you got to leave to go home, you could bring back reinforcements, yes?
No, it doesn't work like that. It's more of a one-person thing.
Oh, that would have been very nice. A bunch of tricky fae. I'm sure we could really cause him a lot of problems.
And then there's also the time difference. You know, time moves differently in one plane. It wouldn't work the way you think it would.
Yeah, speaking of which, there's also this talking dragon skull in the castle.
Up to this point, Blair had been staring at the door, like listening for any commotion on the other side of it. And at the mention of this, a talking dragon head now. What is going on with you?
Oh, so that's why I went to the bathroom. I was really trying to follow a voice, and I met the ugliest creature imaginable down there. Oh man, a face not even a mother could love.
What did he look like?
Like 6 different animals smashed together.
Did he speak funny?
Oh yes.
That seems super cute. Let's go find him.
How
No,
tall was he?
he was very short.
So
What you
he's
say
tall.
about 5'5"?
No, shorter. He
Was
had
it a
he
child
was
then?
leaned over. Possibly.
Had to have been. There's no other.
One ugly
Bro.
child.
5'5" is tall for a child, you guys. Come on.
This talking dragon, was it friendly?
Seems so. It wanted me to take its skull back to where the rest of its body was.
Would it
Why
say
didn't
it
you
would
just
help
take
us?
I would say it would give us a boon.
Oh,
Or give
well
me a
then-
boon. I don't know. I didn't really. He didn't say anything about you all. I just mentioned that you were here.
You
Well, why didn't you just take it?
It's a big skull. It's not a very. It's not something you just kind of hide in a trench coat.
It's not even hiding. Lauren took a book, and Strahd didn't seem to care too much about it.
Well, this one was kind of used as an ornament in a room full of bones that weird guy I told you about kind of created. As a tribute to Strahd. It was really weird down there. Imagine this entire dining room, but everything is made out of human skeletons.
Oh.
Equal. Would I? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would I know?
Said something about
kinda
there was an
weird.
order of paladins or something.
Would I know if my invisibility spell I can target a creature? Does this sound like it would fit the description of a creature? Like, could I make the skull invisible so we could carry it out?
Roll an Arcana check.
Just walking like this.
Not trusting my dice at all today. Maybe it would fit in a backpack. I don't know how big it is. I have no
A
idea.
dragon skull?
Arcana +1, 16.
That probably wouldn't work.
No.
Malin, you are good, you know, you say fancy words and people smile and laugh and all that. What if you told Strahd that your fancy magic, you need that skull to find the mad mage? And then we can walk out of here with it, no problem.
It's worth a shot, I guess.
Well,
Oh.
I was actually thinking about asking Strahd if he could rid us of the hag in return.
Oh,
As much as I would love that hag gone, I feel like if we were to ask him that, he might want something in return. I'm not opposed to the idea, I'm just letting you know he might ask us to do something else.
We could tell him we're not doing this unless we don't have a hag sucking our life force the whole time.
just sucking us dry.
So, Gundrick will think, Babushka, what do you think about all this? It's a little complicated.
What were you talking about, Malin? Malin, why do I keep calling you Malin? Gandri, what were you talking about? I was
Even the
taking a nap.
spirits can't resist me.
Does she like appear, or is she
She's just
in
talking
my
to you.
head right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You're sleeping again. Oh, I hope it was a good nap. I hope you had good dreams.
I was
Um,
dreaming about killing a lot of people. A lot of people.
Oh, such a good one. Gotta love those. No, this Strahd, we're at his place. He gave us very fancy food. It was very nice. And now he wants to go kill some mad mage for him. And he's very angry at these other people. Apparently, they're not very good at their jobs, I guess.
Well, listen to
Jobs
me.
forced upon us.
Listen to me here, Gundrick. That is a handsome man. Babushka-like. I will do it, you know?
Oh, yeah, I'll go along with it for now. Thanks for the insight, Babushka.
You're
Malin, let's
welcome.
just say you're a very handsome man.
Oh, well, thank you, I suppose.
Not me, my Babushka.
Oh, well, tell you,
Oh,
babushka.
no, not him, not him. No, he's too flimsy and small. No, the other one, the one with the hairline. Oh, yes.
Oh, I misunderstood. She's confusing sometimes.
And the
Roderick,
giant
you're
man
a
strength.
very
No,
handsome man.
No, I'm talking about the one that nearly flattened you. Yes.
Oh, Strahd. Oh, Babushka. That's the one we're supposed to kill. You can't be attracted to him. That makes it complicated.
Oh, but he's so strong.
Well, they do say that battle is like a dance with a lover. So, I could see how you might get confused, Babushka.
I
Ah,
would dance
Babushka, why am I
with
talking
him.
about this with you?
I would dance with him very well.
When
It
you're
would go
talking
on.
about your grandmother,
It would
getting
go on for
kicked
hours.
out by Strahd.
All right, Babushka, you go back to sleep. I don't think I'll need you for a little while.
Time for my nap.
Gundrick's gonna have that image in his head for the next few days.
Yeah, he's just kind of like rubbing his temples. Sometimes, I don't know. guys.
Babushka, like.
Well, I don't know. I'll just say my vote. We go along with it for now. We find out if this is an ally. If they are ally, we recruit them. If they are crazy and a threat to people, then we take them down and we come back and then chop chop off with Strahd. Good to go. Or well, maybe we find some more allies in between. But we should see if this person is an ally. Because my ass is still a little sore from getting kicked before.
Stop.
Oh,
bringing
yes.
Up that your ass is so.
Tell me about this there, Gundrick. Show me
Oh.
where on the doll Strahd beat the shit out of you.
It's
Look,
okay. It will heal.
If this mad mage, if we do choose not to kill him, we will have to be ready to fight Strahd.
Oh, I forget. Is magic something that, or not magic? Is message something that's just like we would have never even knew that he was doing it, or like does he have to say?
Oh, when I'm
anything?
sending a message?
Sending.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see if there's a verbal component.
When-
I think there is.
There-
So I think I
it's
would have been
verbal,
saying it
but
out loud.
You automatically know who it is if you are familiar with them. Like the recipient knows who it is, so.
I think he's asking if he knows that I cast sending earlier. Is that what you mean?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. There is a verbal component, so yeah, I'll say that I was saying the words out loud to have the spell go off.
All right. Would Gundrick know enough about magic to even know that's what was happening, or would he have just thought Roderick was talking to himself?
No, you would know. You piece it together. You're not
Okay.
stupid.
So he would just say, oh, well, whatever we end up doing out there, Roderick, could you not send your companions a warning to do whatever needs to be done, or whatever plan we have at that point?
There's not much of our order left. We were small. I could perhaps get one more ally.
Yes, it just seems like that would be a very useful ability in coordinating any tactical retreats or strikes or anything like that.
Does take a lot out of me, though.
Oh, that's good to know. I don't know. Just the way all this is, at least for now, I don't think we can directly oppose him. He is quite powerful. So it almost seems like we would need to take what small victories we can and strike and retreat. A bit of guerrilla warfare, I guess, is what you would call it. But what about you, Tia? Blair?
I agree that we should go seek out this mage and see where his allegiances lie, if he can help or not. Personally, I do not fear death, but as I'm sure Roderick knows, the people of these lands, they don't deserve the life they've been living. If we could fix that somehow. I don't claim to be a hero, but if I can help in some way, I would like to.
That sounds like the art of a hero, Blair.
No.
Yeah, I'm all for it. At least, I guess attempting to talk to the guy, even though I'm quite sure it's not going to work out.
Likely.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Oh, so who should stay with Irina?
What about Loverboy over there?
No, no. Can't have him go. That would be bad.
It's gonna be real bad.
All right, I'll
Next
go.
Well, she seems fairly comfortable with me, so I'm sure I could protect her somewhat.
You know, I heard a good bard song some years ago. It was called Careless Whisper. Can't remember how it goes. I'm sure you heard of it.
I don't know what
Ooh.
you're talking about.
Do the
Tia likes making
bards-
pop culture references sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a Final Fantasy song.
You guys,
Careless Whispers?
come on, Grizz.
I don't know. Is this some modern day
Never
pop?
gonna dance again.
Do the bards in your land here, do they play with their tails?
No, this is literally just a song here. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of it. It's not even about scary.
I don't follow the pop culture. I like to pave my own path.
Not even a pop. Song's old as dirt.
So, are you guys calling Strahd back in?
Yeah.
Oh, he was listening.
No, he was off doing his own thing, but he's waiting for you guys to be done.
Yeah, I think we got our plan.
Okay. So you call out for Strahd to come back.
Oh, Strahd.
Then within a few seconds, the doors open. He walks in, arms behind his hips. So, you have made a decision then.
There's conditions.
Oh, you are bargaining with me. Well,
Is that
by
not
all
what you would
means.
do?
It is.
All right. This hag that's been plaguing us. Could you perhaps deal with her? Give us an easier trip to this mad mage without her constantly sucking our life away.
So you would like me to tie up one of your loose ends for you? And why
Or-
should I?
Or, if you would like to see what we're capable of, perhaps just reveal her to us, and we can deal with her ourselves.
And in return for this favor, what will you do for me?
Are we not going to kill this mage?
In exchange for your free passage through Barovia without getting attacked by me, yes. You are asking me to increase my end of the deal and get nothing in return.
Why is it that you haven't, gone after this mad mage yourself?
Because he's not harming me. He is simply wandering around the mountains, doing his own strange tasks wherever his madness takes him. He's no threat to me. You already lost the last battle that we had. I am merely using him as a task for you.
Why not do the same with the hag?
This hag is something that you have inflicted upon yourselves. I will do this for you if you can provide me reason to do it in the first place.
I can't remember what it's called. She hides away beyond the veil. We cannot touch.
This she does.
So we have no way of dealing with her at the moment.
Don't you? No creature can stay in the ethereal plane forever. Creatures get hungry. They desire In my case, blood. In hers, flesh and bone.
Oh, you fellows did say that she stole people in Barovia, yes? Maybe she went back
Well, to be exact, she stole children.
and made meat pies, yes?
Yes, our wizard seemed to love those.
If you would like
Yes.
me to deal with this problem, simply provide me with a reason why.
So I don't know anything because I wasn't there, but just for the rest of everyone, was there any indication that the hag and Strahd didn't get along? I can't remember. It's been a while. I don't think I wrote any notes on
They
that.
didn't mention each other.
Ah. Well, my companion thinks on an answer for that, Strahd. Malin, he actually wanted to ask you about something in order to find this mage. There's something he saw in the castle that could help.
And what was this?
Yes, I wanted to. Man, I am so tired right now, guys.
We're almost done, don't worry.
I wanted to inquire about a really cool skull I found in your basement.
Oh, did you?
And this
Which
is where I
one?
die.
Damn it, I killed another player.
I know, man. You just gotta stop playing games with us.
Which
Uh,
skull would this be?
A dragon skull. I'm a collector of dragon items.
And why would you need this dragon skull?
See, this is why you painted me into a corner here. Because I have absolutely no fucking use for a dragon skull. I can't even think of a spell that this dude wouldn't call bullshit on.
Let me tee up this lie for you to miss.
Use that mad deception, bro.
Yeah, mad deception. Man, what was the question?
Why'd you need the skull?
Because I'm addicted to dragon artifacts.
Can it not be like an
Crippling,
arcane-
really.
Roll a deception check.
I'm a crippling addiction to
He is
dragon
the
artifacts.
dragon guy from Lost Song.
Yeah, that's Malin.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Well, we know how Malin's story ends, I guess.
Don't
Yeah,
you just
well,
want to
it's
touch
fucking
it?
terrible. That's a 9 plus 11.
For an 18.
No, deception?
Yeah.
9 plus 8.
Oh, 9 plus 8. Okay. Yeah. It's a 15.
Yeah.
17?
That's
Yeah, it'd be a
17.
17.
Well,
Yeah.
it's still below his roll.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Damn.
it's not
He
gonna-
just, he just looks back at you. Why is the dragon skull of interest to you, Malin? Make a wisdom saving throw for me, Malin.
Jesus Christ,
no.
dude. I'm trying. It's bad. Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a +1. It's an 11.
You are charmed.
Hell yeah! Thanks,
Let's get
Gundry.
down.
So how do you answer? Why is the dragon skull important to you?
It speaks to me.
And what does it say?
It
Oh.
says that it wants to be
Tia
buried.
wants to just jump in, like, after Strahd says what to say. And she wants to say, so about that, what about the hag? What if we got rid of the hag? You got rid of the hag because it's killing off your citizens of Barovia. It's constantly killing off children, the new spawns of, whatever potential army or, whatever vampires feed off of. It's going to keep going and going, and it's just going to slowly rebuild its covenant. Surely you want to stop that, right?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist? In the sense, I'm gonna add. Plus, if she kills us,
How will you ever find your heir out of us?
On my own persuasion, I have 0. This would be a great time for a nat 20. Nope, 10.
10. I understand your thought process here. Yet again, Tia, you do have a mind between those eyes. Competition is fine. It breeds excellence. And I am simply one man. The whole town of Barovia, there is plenty to go around. The people will reproduce. Plenty.
Man, Strahd's all about that free market. Am I
Well,
right?
if you're not worried about, them reproducing, then what was the point in attacking the church if they were just bugging you? Like, were you afraid of them at that point?
Afraid? No. One is not afraid of the thorns on the side of a rose. They simply pluck them off. No. I am not afraid of people making new people, but people making new opposition for me. It can be tedious. If there is nothing that you can offer me that I would be willing to accept, then I am afraid you have made your bed with this hag, and you must sleep in it now.
Well, we never did ask this question. Is there something direct that you want?
Looks back to you and the head tilts. I believe we have spoken previously.
Yeah, that we did.
I will kill this hag in exchange for your accompaniment.
I'm going to say no on that, unfortunately.
Strahd, I'm under the impression that you recently lost a crown. Perhaps if we told you the whereabouts, it'd be a fair trade.
Ah, you mean the one that you sold to the Arasex in Valaki? My new burgomaster knows all. The crown, by the way, not magical, just expensive. And yes, worth far more than you got for it.
Oh, we really didn't need it, so.
Well, it will be returning to my possession soon.
And how can you be so sure of that?
Because I own Valaki now, do I not?
So, Tia, what is this accompaniment he speaks of?
It's a long story. I'm not too interested, and she looks at him as she says that. So
This is fine. If there is nothing else I can help you with.
I don't have much, but I would like to know if there's anything I could offer in trades. If I would like to swing at the hag myself, if you could bring her out of where she hides.
Well, your new friends know where she hunts. I suggest you go there.
I have a faint feeling as well.
In this
Then
time,
perhaps an extension on this quest so we can deal with our problem at hand first.
make a persuasion check.
also, while he's making that, oh, there he goes. While he's making that,
Oh, that's good.
the accompaniment thing, was that the same thing as Alarin?
Yeah.
What you did with Alarin that one night?
Yeah.
So I don't get any modifier, so it's a flat 17.
A flat 17.
She wouldn't know that experience though. Oh no, yes she did, because they asked Lauren about it.
I will extend your quest by half a day. I will expect the head 2 days time from now. In the meantime, does any of you have any sending spells?
You know what, Strahd? Actually, hold on. So, just to make sure I'm getting this right, this accompaniment thing, it's just for a night, correct?
Yes, it is.
Sorry.
Tia and Strahd. Tia and
I
Strahd.
know.
It ain't like that.
She sits back and she says, and I'll be able to return to these guys perfectly unharmed, correct?
And this is up to you. Where we would be going, there are dangers.
Alright, you know what? Let's do it.
Good. I will expect you the same night, 2 days time. Because of this, no extension on this quest will be granted. The head will be left in this castle with me the morning after tomorrow. I suggest
And this
you
hag
get-
will be dealt with.
Yes, it will. I suggest you get a good night's sleep. Oh, sending spells. Does anybody have it?
Not at the moment, but I can.
A pity. I was hoping you would send a message to your compatriots running around my castle. I was willing to offer them the chance to leave now, so I did not have to kill them.
Off break, I suppose.
Well then. The black carriage will take you back to the tower. I hope you meet your monster hunter compatriots there later tonight. Get some sleep. And I will see you the day after tomorrow.
Before we leave, will there be a way you can? I take your word for it, Lord, but would there be? My voice changes. Sorry. Be a way that you can reassure us that the hag is dead.
How about a head for a head?
Works for me.
Or let's do a soul bag. Hags are tricky creatures when they die. I will bring you proof to the tower tomorrow. Well then, Rahaden will see you out. I have some pests to control. And if there is anything else, kind of looks towards Tia,
Oh, she
and just ask for
shakes
me.
her head.
Good night. Then he slowly turns and walks away.
Hendrik will grab a drumstick before walking out.
Oh, Blair's got food with her. But also, as we're leaving, can I make a perception check to try and see if those two are anywhere near us that I can warn them to leave now?
Yeah, roll a perception check for me.
What was Blair? Blair's, I think, plus 3. 18.
Nowhere near you. Not that you can see.
Damn. I actually can't do much about it.
So, if there's nothing else,
There goes a love interest. Shit.
you guys are briefly interceded by Rohadin outside the doors, who says, "Right this way." And he begins leading you out of the castle.
I think as they're about to walk out the dining room, like Tia is in this kind of world where she's just like, what am I getting myself into? And she glances at like the mirrors that Strahd passed by, and she sees, her own reflection, and she notices that her eyes are a golden amber. And she kind of pauses, at the doorway and just stares at it. It puzzles her, since she's always thought her eyes were just red. But, she figured like, oh, well, maybe it's just moving over to the different realms. And then I'm just gonna make this real quick. So she sits there, and a flash of light, and she suddenly finds herself in a lush forest. She looks like just her same self, a black and white tuxedo cat with her dark ruby eyes, except no jewelry. She usually has a gold earring in her left ear, but there's nothing there. So she climbed a tree to just get a better view of her surroundings. She wasn't a Feywild. She reached the mortal plane from, all of her friends, mentioned. It's like, oh, it's a cool place. You get to prank a whole bunch of mortals. Get to have a whole bunch of fun. It's way better than this place. So she could see a town about 3 hours walks away. So she climbs out from the tree and just begins walking. And as she's traveling, she's hearing all these different sounds, and it's fascinating her. It's always a place she wants to visit. A trick here or there, to some deserving people. It made her laugh, it made her smile. She was excited for it. So about an hour and a half in, she begins sensing a strong presence of magic. So she stops and tries to figure out, what direction it was coming from. Was she's being hunted? Did someone see her, pop through, one of her Feywild portals already? So, not wanting to just immediately get caught, she speeds off, towards the direction of it, trying to be as stealthy as possible. She figured, if I get the jump first, great. So, as the presence grew stronger, she began narrowing her eyes and spots a figure just slumped at a tree. Stops about, 20 feet away from it, and upon closer inspection, seemed to be a young girl, about no older than 14, or as equals, standpoint, a young woman. And she had a short white hair with the golden amber eyes, and dressed in an adventurer's outfit. The usual backpack, maybe a staff, a dagger, typical stuff. So, but the girl seemed to be taking these very slow types of breaths, with her eyes just glazed over, just staring out into the sea of trees with mountain peaks at the end. It looked like something a famous painter would create. The girl slowly then turns her head towards here. Her eyes widen, mouth agape. She quickly reaches in her bag, which seems to be a pack of adventure. Pulls out a book. It's a very dusty book, like something like a journal or diary. The girl begins frantically flipping through the pages. Her breath is still weak, her movements are clumsy. And Tia slowly inches closer to the girl, just a bit curious about what she's looking for. She peers her head to see the pages, and then mythical creatures on every page with a big check mark by it. Dragons, unicorns, centaurs, all the like. The girl eventually stops on a page and shows Tia the book. The page showed a cat with two tails in a pose of playing with a ball of yarn, but instead of yarn, it was a white card. The girl gives a weak smile, but Tia could tell she was very excited. Young adventure, yet so young. Are you not able to speak? The girl shakes her head. Tia thinks for a minute and says, "A curse?" She nods and then raises her palm towards Tia. In a flash, Tia experienced the life of this girl. The curse of her parents placed on her as an experiment. Her fascination of fairy tales, her escape from the horrors of her home, and all of her adventures across the realm. The curse seemed to be slowly draining her life away until she dies. Tia could tell at a quick glance that the curse was a brutal one, which would take a lot of knowledge and a bit too much time for her alone to remove. Don't you hate them? Your parents? The girl shakes her head and shows her the book again, this time to showcase the map of the realm and all the places she's been. And at this moment, it flashes back to like almost a simultaneous scene where Tia's looking up at Alarn's dead body and she looks up at the girl and you hear her mutter, "What, was it fun?" The girl slowly nods as she slowly seems to be getting weaker. Tia looks at the girl with a hint of sadness. A mortal that could live on for at least 60 plus years only have your life cut short. Fate, Tia figured, but perhaps this realm just wasn't meant for this girl. But for her, that felt unfair. Just a bit. The fun she was having traveling all these different places, and yet no one was with her in the end. How lonely, she thought. She figured the least she could do was remember the girl's life. Was there truly nothing else? But then she realized there was something that she could do, only a Fae could do. Sure, it's usually using pranks and ill intent, but for this girl, she was sure it would make her happy to at least get the experience of it, even if only for a split second. She looks up at the girl with a determined look in her eyes and says, "Your name, can I have it?" The girl's eyes lightens up, and she mumbles out, "Mia Presley." The girl clutches her chest and smiles ear to ear at Tia while reaching out her hand as if to pet her. She hesitates, but Tia then walks to the girl and puts her hand under her head. She feels the girl's soft hand move to her fur, and she watches tears fall from her face. The girl then mouths, "Thank you," and her hand slowly falls off of Tia. She stares at the lifeless body, the strong presence of magic suddenly gone. Though it was a bit odd the magic just vanished. She quickly snapped herself back into reality and sets the body neatly against a tree, the girl's hands and arms in a resting position. A small sigh escapes Tia's lips as she knew that Faes were capable of taking mortals' names, gifting the Fae certain power of a creature. But what good would that be? As she figures that she may well keep the girl's precious journal to see her adventures once more. For safekeeping, she picks up the girl's journal, and the scene pans over Tia's face, where her dark ruby eyes slowly turns into the girl's golden ambers.
What a cool story. You, if you don't already have it, Gange, you can add inspiration to your character sheet.
Ooh, thanks.
Hell yeah. As you kind of take a moment to look at yourself in the mirror and freeze there, you are kind of snapped back as Rahad is...
Right, sorry. She walks along.
Quite alright. Please. And he leads you all back to the big open front doors of the castle, and opening them up, you see the black carriage is waiting for you there. Malin runs by and unhooks Redkeep. "We will be waiting here for you in 2 days' time. I hope to see you all alive. Until then, goodbye." And he just kind of like waits for you to leave and then closes the doors behind you. And as you all hop into the carriage and make your way back to the tower in the evening sunset, we're going to end the episode there. A super long one, but I needed to get a bunch of stuff out before Tommy left. So Tommy is not going to be here next week, or the week after, or the week after, or the week after, but maybe the week after that. So Malin's going to be taking a back seat, which is totally fine, because we will just focus on the four of us as we go ahead and tackle the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok together. We'll see where that goes next time. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll catch you guys next week. Toodaloo!